Share.
Yeah. Go ahead and share the feed. And welcome back, everybody, to Man Down Podcast. I am with Zoe and Lamar from IOW,
Yep.
friend of the show, and we got a lot to discuss. Week 15 NFL, NBA is like, what would you call it? A quarter of the way through? Quarter of the way through?
Yeah.
Yeah. Co-
Quarter.
COVID is striking back, so
Boy.
we don't know if we're gonna finish either one of these seasons. COVID striking back. People going on podcasts and saying great things. I can't wait to get into that. Iman
Bing
Shumpert,
bong.
yeah, man, and we'll go ahead and shout out Sports Cave, our sponsor, man. Hooking us up with all types of good things, man. We get fitted snapbacks, jerseys, banners, fat heads, all this stuff, man. If y'all go check their website out at the Sports Cave 310, I'm sorry, that's the IG Sports Cave 310, and sportscavetruck.com is their website. You go check them out, man. Order your stuff from there. You get it faster than if you order it anywhere else, man. And everything you see behind me is courtesy of the Sports Cave. So got that out the way. Let's go ahead and get into everything. I think we go. What's up? What's up, Chris? Chris always in Facebook jail, man, but he back, man. But
Hey,
he
hey,
gonna have
I
to navigate
hey,
these combos.
stay in Facebook jail, bro. I do too, bro. I'm about to come off a 30-day bid in like the next 24 hours, bro.
Dang, you in Facebook jail too?
Yeah, I
Y'all
just
boys,
did a bro.
some case.
I just did a whole 30-day bid, boy. I'm about to be free at last, free at last.
What y'all be doing?
Bro, no, I'm telling you, the algorithms that Zuck got on this thing now literally will pick out anything, he don't care you mean it in the context. Like,
Good Lord.
bro, no, you can even try to like disguise the words by like putting like plus sign and exclamation points
Yeah.
and dollar signs. Still
Yeah.
nagging you, dog. Still
Uh,
nagging.
well, let's go ahead and get into this Iman Shumpert's interview. He went on this podcast, and I forget the name of the podcast. I'm so sorry, but I put a link in the description when we post this, and I kind of at least try to reference the podcast. I forgot the name of it, so my apologies for that. But Iman
Bootleg.
Shumpert went there, and I mean, he was asked a whole bunch of questions, and he must have smoked a pound of weed before he got there because he didn't care
What he
what he
said,
was saying.
I
He was
loved it.
just, yeah, man, he was just open. So we'll play a soundbite of something he said, and then we'll go ahead and we'll have that conversation, man.
No, he didn't. It wasn't KD. It was Bron first going to Miami. Bron knows he ruined basketball.
Okay, let me ask you this: do you think that was? I always look at the
Bron
first.
ruined basketball.
So
He thought he was making it better. I get it.
So you think LeBron ruined it for everything?
He ruined the disrespect. Me personally, I love the NBA for the loyalty that I thought was there. He basically knocked the fourth wall down. Like, man, the owners ain't shit. They bullshitting. We doing what we want. Great business move for sure. But when you think about it outside looking in, like, I got people tweeting me right now. They like literally talking about owners and trades. It's like, bro, y'all not supposed to be talking about none of this. Actually, y'all really supposed to be going super crazy. If you're a businessman and you sitting outside looking in, you like, damn, the fans are supposed to be worried about the games. They're supposed to be talking shit like they used to be. We used to just sit there and talk shit. Like,
of course.
All right, so he said LeBron know he ruined the NBA with that daggone move he made to Miami, man. It wasn't KD, it was LeBron, man. And some of the other people say it was KD going to Golden State that ruined it, but he was like, look, man, Bron, no, he started that mess, man. So what did
everybody know?
This is a teammate. This is a former teammate of his, and they still cool.
A friend of.
Right. What do you say to that?
Go ahead, Zoe.
Thank you.
I ain't gonna cut you off like Corey. My bad. I'm messing with you.
Corey.
Now go ahead, dog. I'm messing.
Yeah, man. Thank you, Shump, for saying what everybody probably should be saying, but you know the bronze sexuals will definitely have probably something different to say. But yeah, man, it's the truth. I think it was the Bootleg Kev podcast. That's who it was that he was on. And I think to rebuttal that, I think he tried to say, well, what about when KG and Ray Allen and Paul Pierce linked together? And he was like, it's different. It was KG was still good, but KG wasn't prime Minnesota Timberwolves KG. Ray Allen wasn't a spring chicken when he went there. They were all three good, and they all got together, and they definitely were a force to be reckoned with. But we got to talk. We're talking about prime LeBron. We're talking about prime D Wade and Chris Bosh coming off an All-Star 22-10 season, linking together. It broke the mold. It broke the mold, man.
All in their prime. I think that's the important thing, man. They was all in their prime, and they were all carrying franchises by themselves before they joined. Wade was carrying a franchise by himself, Bosh was, and of course LeBron was, and they all came together, not toward the end of their prime, at the beginning of their prime.
But it was some mega powers, some damn Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan shit.
Hulk Hogan, the top of the top.
Mega powers,
But would you say that started Super Team, or do you say the Boston Big Three started it?
Yeah, but I mean, Zoe got a huge point. You acting like, I mean, not y'all, but people acting like KG was a spring chicken. Ray Allen was a spring chicken. Like Paul Pierce was. That run was like what, at max 3-4 years, only because of age.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't because of skill. It was because of age. Like they aged out. Like that was 2008. And so by time 2010, this shit was been done dead. They weren't gonna win no championship.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was one of those things where they all had their turns carrying a franchise and trying to do what they could with a team built around them. Couldn't quite get it done. And then toward the end, they was like, I done gave this franchise everything I had, and I only got a little bit of my prime left. Let me put these two other guys that got the same thing going on, and let's see if we can get it together. You know, that's a whole different thing versus LeBron. I think what was in his mind, and the same thing that was in KD's mind, I think what was in LeBron's mind is I supposed to be the next MJ or Kobe, and I done got there once or twice, can't get the ring. Now I'm getting put out by Orlando in the second round and all this crazy stuff, right? And he's like, man, I can't get it done. And they're starting to say that maybe I'm not as good as MJ. So he was like, I just got to get a ring and get that monkey off my back. Yeah, just get a ring, get that monkey off my back. And the easiest way for me to get this ring is go join two other superstars and then bring in former superstar in Ray Allen to get it done. And KD did the same thing, but his was more like, I know I ain't gonna win with Westbrook, and I need somewhere to go. And then Draymond called me, and I was like, hey, that's not a bad idea. And plus, I like the way y'all play basketball. You know, his was more from a basketball sense. Like, man, I love the way the Warriors play basketball. I don't think he went over there to get the monkey off his back or the ring thing. I think he went over there just to get away from Russ and just to play some good basketball for a change. You know what I mean? But, you know, I'm glad Shumpert said that, man, because
I am too.
I just don't see how people say KD's move was anything different than what LeBron did. I just don't. What Chris say, people tend to forget that Ray was a Buck and a superstar before the Celtics, and Paul Pierce was drafted in '98. KG was also a '90s draftee. Yeah. I mean, they were
old, man.
Yeah, that was at the end.
Bro, they look like the Lakers right now and just happen to squeeze one championship out of it.
That was at the
Thank
end.
you.
That was at the end, man.
Same year that they won, and I remember it because I'm like, this team, they're good now, but I don't know how this is gonna last because I think we played them in the first round. Hawks, we were the 8th seed and took them to 7 games. Like we were not by any means a contender. You know what I mean? We weren't a contender. The Hawks weren't a contender, but I was like, okay, this is gonna work. If it's gonna work, it has to work this year because this is not a team that's gonna be able to, you know, create any type of dynasty because, you know, and then after that, I think KG and Pierce, then they go to the Nets after that. They went to
they got traded to the Nets. They were cap casualties at that point.
Yeah.
It was like, move stuff around. Like you're not what you once were, so let's move around. So
Yeah.
anybody who
We're at that point, and it costs too much. And if you're gonna be the Nets, or I'm sorry, if you're gonna be the Celtics and try to build something for the future, you can't have these old dinosaurs making almost 30 mil.
Mhm. True.
Yeah.
True.
But it was go ahead.
I say I'm just glad somebody said it. I'm glad Shump said it. I'm glad he said it. And from that perspective, he's a friend, a former teammate, a dude who won a ring, with this man.
Right.
He saw what it was. It was what it was. And for anybody who says anything else is just one of those Bron stands that just can't detach themselves from that, because that's exactly what happened.
Did you hear the whole interview?
I just was listening. I listened to that. I heard him talk about Klay Thompson. I said to myself, I need to listen to this from beginning to end.
Bro, he said so much, man. When he got to the part where he was like, MJ or LeBron, he almost laughed. He almost laughed, man. He was like, are we serious? What are we talking about, man? Like, are we serious, man? He said it's MJ, man. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean, man?
He was almost offended that you asked him.
Yeah, he was, man. And the dude was going back and forth with him. But he played so many super teams, and he had to go through the Warriors and go through the Spurs. And Shumpert was like, dude, what are you talking about? You think them teams beating the Bulls? No, man. It's like, it's not happening, man. He was like, do you know what type of defense they played with the Bulls?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
it was a whole different thing.
It wasn't. They could really, because Scotty and MJ could defend any of the wing positions. It was like, what team today would be able to combat that, to be defend? Like Scottie Pippen picked up Gary Payton 94 feet when he was even doing a little bit of something against the Bulls. He picked him up 94 feet, and this dude is 6'8" with a 7'2" wingspan. Like that's hard. That's tough, bro.
He picked up Stockton like that too. Magic Johnson. It don't matter who it was. He was picking him up.
He picking him up 94 feet, and that is a headache, bro.
Soon as the inbound come in, Scotty right there on that ass, dog.
Get out of my face, man.
And it's funny you said that, man, because I was thinking of like what team could possibly match up to that 90s Bulls, that 6-peat Bulls. And I was going to say the 73 win, Warriors, but then once you say that'd probably be the only one, but I still think the Bulls will smack them, because just like you said, come on, Steph will get worn down by Scottie Pippen, bro. He get worn down by him.
It depends on what rules you playing by. Are you playing by the rules
right now
they played for in the 90s, or are you playing by these rules? Because as good as a defender Scottie Pippen was, as good as a defender Jordan was,
they were too physical.
When players like Kobe, Iverson, and Grant Hill started getting in the league, you started seeing that Pippen ain't have nothing for them. And part of it was Pippen getting older, but also part of it was they wasn't used to someone 6'7" or 6'6" like Grant Hill and Kobe was doing Iverson crossovers. Like the crossover was already problematic. The only person who was really doing those type of crossovers was Tim Hardaway,
little dudes.
The only person he was, and he had stopped doing it once he got to Miami. He was like a 3-point shooter, and he was just using his quickness. But no one was ready for someone getting ISO and somebody coming out with extending all the way out here and shimmying. And like I've seen time and time again, Pippen get embarrassed by Kobe and Grant Hill, and same thing with Jordan. They didn't have nothing for them dudes, man. It would have took them another year or two, maybe 3 years to catch up, to figure that out. And then on top of that, the NBA had to make rules to ban that crossover.
Yeah, like the crossover, the carry, no hand checking. It was different. It was just, it would have been different.
Yeah. Cass said, "What about Clyde Drexler going to Houston?" Nah,
it don't matter, Cass. You a Bostonian now. Stop that New Orleans stuff, bro.
So look. So this is the deal with the Houston thing, right? Drexler played his whole career with Portland and couldn't win it.
Everything. Gave him everything
Right.
he had.
And his way, Portland did him a favor and was like, look, you did everything you could for us. We go send you to a contender. And they sent him to Houston after Houston had already won a championship, right? And then he got a second one with him the second year, right? Then Elijah Wan started having real bad injuries. Drexler was done.
Yeah, he was
but
cooked.
but they tried to bring in Barkley to help out. And I think when Drexler ended up leaving, they bought in
Your
Pippen.
game is ugly like Sam Cassell.
Yeah. Yeah, but all them dudes was toast.
Yeah.
That was old and injured.
Yeah, they was on the back.
Let me refresh my screen. I keep getting this little thing. Do I look fuzzy on the screen?
Nah, you good, bro.
No, you clear.
Oh, okay. But yeah, that's what that was in Houston, Cavs, man. There wasn't no super team. That was three old guys, doing a swan song.
And got 2 championships while MJ decided to play baseball.
Yeah, but that was before they was old. Elijah Wan was still good on them championships. After that, when Pippen came and Barkley came, that was done.
So,
right. They was cooked, but no, I'm just making a point that come on now, like it's if MJ don't want to play baseball and actually just doesn't care about whatever that mess was going on in the front office, that might be 8 in a row, dog.
You think so?
Bro,
you think he didn't need that break? You think if he would have played, if he wouldn't have retired, they still would have made it to the finals?
How do you have a 3-peat, leave for 2 years, and then come back and the 3-peat just continues? Like they ain't nothing happened. Like we still ain't like ain't nothing changed. We still dominant as we was.
Maybe because the 2-year hiatus was beneficial to him. Like maybe he needed that break.
I'm saying yes, good for him, but that was still like a 54, 53 win team when he left, dog.
Yeah, I feel like. Yeah. Did they make it to the conference finals?
No, they was
Orlando, right?
There was a game away. Well, what you talking about when Jordan came back, or the year when he wasn't there?
The year he wasn't there.
I want to say they lost to the Knicks before the conference finals. They tried to get to the conference final. Yeah, they didn't make it though.
Okay.
But the year Jordan came back, they was playing like trash.
Mm-hmm.
They was playing like trash. A lot of people don't mention that though.
And last one they lost to the Horace Grant and them, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The Magic. Yeah.
Magic. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But just to close it out, man, I say this, man. I don't think he ruined the NBA, but he definitely did start that player movement and
he
joining
ruined the Lakers.
See, I think that's a perfect example. Right though. That's a perfect example.
He ruining the Lakers.
Sometimes it works.
He may not ruin the NBA, but that means he ruining the Lakers.
Sometimes it don't work,
But Zoe, me and Mel was having this conversation before we got on. And I dropped the short on ILW Sports. Bro, the man literally playing GM wanted a proven veteran like instantly. He didn't want to deal with none of these young cats. Mm-hmm. I mean, but I'm kind of looking at the big scheme of it because the Lakers been doing this kind of like a couple of years before LeBron got there. So the Lakers was already shooting themselves, and now all they did was handed the gun to LeBron. Mm-hmm. And so they keep following this trend of taking all the young talent and just throwing it out the door.
Crazy.
D'Angelo Russell, Julius Randle, Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart. I mean, Alex Caruso. Drop all these young cats that could have been in your uniform and they just gone doing good things on other teams.
This is the year that they needed them too.
Bro.
This is they needed those dudes. If you was gonna bring all these old heads, and that's fine if you want to do that. But if you're gonna bring these old heads, they got THT, who I like him for a young guy. But if you're gonna bring, I think the championship, every championship team, in my opinion, had a perfect blend. If you're gonna have the old heads on there was a couple of young dudes in that to bring the energy and the effort. They weren't stars of the team, but they were perfect role players for whatever their role needed to be. And imagine Brandon Ingram with LeBron now.
Bruh.
Come on, man. That's crazy.
Look, the Lakers are getting older and slower. Everybody else in the league is getting younger and faster. And I and I think the perfect team that I had referenced before we got on with Mel was the Warriors. So the only old guys you got on there are still capable, still good. You got Draymond, you got Steph, you got Clay, who ain't even came back yet. So imagine what happens when that team gets better when he comes back. I guess Iggy is the older of the older, but he plays his role. But everybody else on that squad is probably 26 and younger.
It's embarrassing.
Like, it's embarrassing what these Lakers are doing, man. I'm done with this squad, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. Man. It's hard to watch sometimes. Nah, for real, it's hard to watch.
I turn the games off. I don't even watch them, bro. I'll catch YouTube on the little highlights because I'm like, because they're gonna do something that's gonna make me mad. I'm gonna throw my hat all over the house, and I ain't got the energy for it, bro.
What? So, as a Lakers fan, what's frustrating you the most about how they play? And remind you, they got Phoenix tonight, so that ought to be good.
Phoenix about to cook them, man, bro. Well, the first frustrating thing is I've never been a big Westbrook fan, so and I can't even lie, I was never really a LeBron fan, so I got two superstars on my team that I never really cared for to begin with. But thank you, LeBron, for 17. I thank you, appreciate it. I don't respect it, but I thank you for it because anytime anybody gets 3 months off because of the pandemic to rest your body, of course it's going to help you out. You were old, you were tired, and AD, Mr. Bubble Wrap, you don't know for Geely, Mr. Fragile Man, you don't know when he's a ticket time bomb to get hurt any second. So that 3 months did them wonders. But I mean, you think that's just the biggest thing. You keep bringing in all these old dudes that clinging on to the last bit of their names to make relevant in the NBA, and you had all this talent, young talent, and you just didn't want to be patient to let it blossom, let it mature. And now your future is hindered on an old 38, still good, but injury prone. I mean, let's be honest about LeBron. I mean, for all the years he's been consistent of staying healthy since he goes to LA, he's getting hurt.
You're getting hurt and missing time too.
Missing time.
Yeah, like Melvin, I think it was a couple of weeks back on the show, and Mel said, and I want to ask you because you're a Lakers fan. Anthony Davis, man, street clothes. Is he even? I mean, this year I know the answer is no, but is he like in the discussion for top 5 player, top 10 player anymore?
Man, first of all,
I'll give you the floor after that.
First of all,
sound real.
You never should have traded for him to begin with because you knew he was injury prone in New Orleans before you even decided to pull the trigger and neglect your future. That's what you did.
Okay.
So, me personally, get rid of that dude. Try to get what you can for his value because his value's tanking by the second. 5 seconds just went by, and now his value's just gotten even worse. And get what you can for your future right now because he's not the dude. You can't have a dude sitting on your bench in street clothes, sucking up your cap space when all that talent that you traded away to go get him is blossoming everywhere else. You better go try to get what you can for him now because there's still a GM stupid enough to go get him because he's 28, because that's what they're looking at. Oh, he's 28. He'll get past the injury stuff. No, he ain't. That's him. Unless you got this man wrapped in bubble tape, packed in all the packing peanuts like a UPS package or FedEx Christmas package. This man is getting hurt. Better get what you can for this man. I'm telling you, you better dump his salary. Look, but here's my thing, and this is what I'm telling you. So I'm about to throw a question out right now. I would rather have Joel Embiid on my team because if I'm going to have a big man that's going to be frequently hurt, I may at least get Joel Embiid that he's going to be willing to play hurt. He's going to be willing to try to at least have a post presence. So give me him. Then go take Mr. Street Clothes who don't want to be in the inside in the paint and body up and get rid of him. Get rid of him and top 5 player. No, he better be happy if he a top 20 because I can't take no dude that's not available.
That's true.
So is he still the big? Is he the best big? Because at one point after they won that championship, I think ESPN and NBA.com came out with a top 25 or whatnot, and LeBron was one. I think Anthony Davis might have been
like
three
or
or
something
four.
like that. Yeah,
They didn't
I know
have
what you're
KD
talking
in the
about.
top 5 because he was injured, so KD wasn't even in the top 5. They had Luka very high. It was just a ridiculous list, right? And they had Anthony Davis as a top 5 player and the number 1 big man in the league. And when you look at it, I'm looking at Jokic, I'm looking at Embiid. Heck, I'm even looking at sure, I'm missing somebody that I think is better than Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah,
I'm looking
Cat
at
is-
those 3 guys. Yes. And they just had a head-to-head battle, and Karl Anthony Towns made him look very
he
soft.
was little, and I couldn't believe it. And Karl Anthony Towns isn't known for being the toughest guy. He's skilled, big and skilled, but man, the way he was playing, the way Anthony Davis was getting done by Karl Anthony Towns was what everybody expected AD to be doing.
Right. Now AD's playing like Porzingis. Seriously, he's playing like Porzingis. He just wanted a jump shot and a 3. Look, it's gotten so bad. I want you to watch how teams play him. It's gotten so bad that whenever they step on the floor, they know he's not going to post nobody else, so they end up putting their a quick, strong, small forward on it. Someone like Jay Crowder or PJ Tucker or guys like that. They're or Jeff Green. They have them guard AD because they know AD wants to use his quickness on the perimeter to get buckets. And now you don't have an advantage if I put someone quicker than you on you that's also just as strong as you. And it only works if you have AD on the floor and someone like Jokic trying to guard him, or someone like somebody big like Zubac or something like that. But when you put that small guy there, he really has no offense because he don't want to go down there and bang for 4 straight quarters.
You can't.
So he gets neutralized every game, and then somebody like Cat that wants to be down there makes him look very soft.
That boy look like pudding pop, bro.
Yeah, he does.
Pudding pop.
He does. Mar said he'll trade him straight up for Cat right now.
Bruh, right when the trade is proposed, Cat is already in purple and gold before I even got the damn contract signed or anything, brother. Come on. Cause I know your little boo-boo Jordan Woods is out here. So come on. It look good in LA. It look good in LA.
Right now, instantly.
Instant. Come on.
Hey, my boy Larry in my comments telling me there was other super teams, and he mentioned the Pistons. I don't know which one he talking about. I don't know if he talking about Bad Boys Pistons or he talking about Chauncey Billups now. Yeah, and the Spurs and stuff like that. And I told him superstar or super team, the reason why the word super is there is because they're talking about superstars. So if you got one superstar with a bunch of good players, that's not a super team. Like, you have to have a plethora of superstars, right? That's what gives you a great advantage. You got 3 superstars, and there's only 10 superstars in the league on average every year. If you got 3 of them,
and there's 30 teams, somebody gonna be without.
It's already teams without a superstar. Like, let's talk about the teams who have one superstar. Embiid is a superstar. LeBron's a superstar. Chris Paul, Dame Lillard, Steph Curry. That's 5.
Greek Freak.
KD, Greek Freak. That's 7. And
did you say Steph?
Steph, Kyrie, Jokic. Used to be AD, but I still throw him in there. It's around 10.
Did you say Harden?
12. Harden. So you can
everybody else everybody else, nobody else is on that level.
Right. So every team gets 1. When you get 2, you have an advantage, but when you get 3, you have an advantage over everybody in the league, because I've never seen 2 teams with 3 superstars in their prime at the same time. And I think right now the Brooklyn Nets, if they was full and had Harden and Kyrie, they would be a super team, right? Because they have 3 superstars in their prime. Nobody else has that. There's no other super teams in the league right now. And the Spurs wasn't won because Tony Parker was never a superstar, neither was Manu Ginobili. Only Tim Duncan was a superstar, right?
True.
At their best, when David Robinson and Duncan was there, you could say you had two. What with Shaq and Kobe, you could say they had two. With Jordan and Pippen, you can say they had two, but it's not a lot of teams who had three in their prime. And that's my definition.
Mm-hmm. That's an accurate definition.
Yeah, and no, Pistons wasn't a super team because Billups is not a superstar. Tayshaun Prince is not a superstar. Rip Hamilton is not a superstar.
No, they were all
Bill
solid
Wallace
players,
is
not
superstar.
superstars.
Yeah, Rasheed Wallace was the closest thing. Yeah, Rasheed Wallace was the closest thing to a superstar they had, but he didn't never quite reach that status.
Facts.
Never did.
They weren't a super team. No, they weren't a super team. They were a good team because they were a good team. The pieces that each one of them had, what they possessed and they placed out, just absolutely worked.
Yeah, I'm still answering his questions, man. He need to type these comments in the live, man, so everybody can see them. Hall of Fame doesn't mean you superstar. Dennis Rodman is Hall of Fame, but he's not a superstar. Never was. I mean, I'm over here typing. I'm all preoccupied. Hall of Fame doesn't mean. They were medium 5 as opposed to big 3. Yeah. I mean, big three to me means 3 superstars in their prime.
Superstars. That's what Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, and LeBron were. They were in there. Chris Bosh in Toronto was the man. He was the man. Dwayne Wade, the man in Miami. Bron, of course, the man in Cleveland. 3 dudes like that, when they come, that is a super team.
Right.
That's a super team.
Yeah, and it was in their prime.
And even Kawhi, he wasn't a superstar when he was in San Antonio.
Yeah, I think that's Mike on the Facebook. If you on Facebook and you didn't give StreamYard permission to have your profile on there, your name won't show up. But it might be Mike. But Mike, if you go ahead and go on YouTube and watch us from there, that'll even be better.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm doing torture to myself by putting on this damn Phoenix Suns and Lakers game in the background. I might be torturing my damn self.
You might be tortured. Hey, so look, let's move on since we did mention the Brooklyn Nets, man. And they not all the way together. You know,
boy, ain't this funny, dog? This is funny.
What?
This is funny because the man Kyrie played by their rules. He played by the New York State mandate rules.
Yeah.
And they gave that man hell. He played by the rules. He said, I'm not getting vaccinated, bro. I'm not doing it. Right. And the Nets was like, well, if you're not going to be full-time, well, we're not just going to have you on away games.
Right.
We won't do it. We're not going to do it. Oh, okay. Well, you don't want to overwork KD, too much load management, and then get him hurt. James Harden has already been hurt. Oh, we really need you. Hey, Kyrie.
Right. Yeah.
Yo, bro. Yo. You love basketball, right? You love it. You miss it, right?
Yeah.
Come on back, dog.
Yeah.
We missed you too.
Very interesting. Very interesting. But I
said that, Mel. You said that. I know. I hate blowing up your head and your ego, but you said that.
I don't have no ego. But look, I'm gonna have to apologize. I'm gonna have to apologize, Lamar. So I want to backtrack just a little bit.
Okay.
Because my boy Chris said, by my description, which is a super team is 3 superstars in their prime. He said the Showtime Lakers.
Hey, Mel. I got you.
All right.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was nowhere close to his prime, bro.
He was at his prime. Okay.
He was way out of his prime.
Right.
He was hanging on, and he had a good rookie called Magic Johnson that helped save the day. Let's not do that. Who was that? Chris LaCour?
Nah, that was my boy Chris Shoppers, man. High school buddy of mine.
Yeah. We can't. We can't do that. We can't do that. We're not gonna do that.
I mean, Kareem was a superstar, but he was past his prime, which makes it different because now I can't get that same output from you. Like LeBron, even now, past his prime, but it's different. You can't get the same output from him for 82 straight games, and sometimes you can't even get it for 4 straight quarters, right? So it's totally different. Magic was definitely a superstar in his prime. He might have been a little bit before his prime, because he was a rookie when he won that championship. Yeah, so and then James Worthy.
James Worthy was the third.
I would, yeah, I would.
It's not a superstar.
He's a fringe. He's on the borderline, because the reason why he wasn't a superstar is because circumstances didn't let him reach it. Kind of like Clay being the third wheel behind KD and Steph. He never got a chance to show that he's a superstar until he get his own team. And I don't think he go ever have his own team. And that's the same thing with Worthy. But we know, it's certain guys like Clay, maybe even Ray Allen and James, where those type of guys, I think I can get them superstar title, even though they didn't prove it. They didn't get an opportunity to prove it. That makes sense.
Oh yeah.
They didn't, and they didn't. Like Worthy could have been, but that's, we talking about potential then. At that point, I feel like his game was big enough to go somewhere and do that, but he wasn't.
Mike, why we tripping, Mike?
He said we tripping.
Hey, look, I'm not saying that my definition is everybody's definition. That's just mine. And if you use that standard, you won't be running around calling every team that has a good record a super team. Yeah. Because if you use that standard, the 73-9 Warriors wasn't even a super team. They had one superstar in Steph, a French superstar in Clay, and then
Draymond. Role player in Draymond.
Yeah, Draymond's not a superstar, right? And same thing with the Bulls, Pippen and Rodman. Rodman was not a superstar.
Yeah.
So I mean, even Pippen was a fringe. Pippen and Worthy, Pippen is in that Klay Thompson, James Worthy, where maybe he's a superstar. He never got a chance to prove it. He had 1 year without MJ. He did well, but
not superstar status though. He did well.
I mean, he was in the MVP discussion.
MVP discussion, but there's a difference between being in the discussion and being the discussion. So I mean,
there's also a difference between a superstar that everybody in the whole stadium and the team know that you're getting that last shot, and a guy who's going to get it, who Tony Kukoc is going to get the play drawn up for him.
Yo, you took the words right out my mouth. You took them right out my mouth.
Hold on. So
if they ain't drawing up the last play for you.
Yeah, let me get to some of these comments. Chris Sharpless, who was stopping Kareem in that part? Probably nobody. But he was past his prime. He was past his prime. But let's just let me go ahead and concede that argument. Let's say we can still count him as a prime superstar, and then you got Magic before his prime, but let's count him as a prime superstar, and then you got French Worthy, who may or may not be a superstar. Let's just say all three of those are superstars in their prime. Okay, Lake Show, by my definition, would be a super team. Okay. I give you that, right? Then check his past his prime numbers. Yeah, his numbers was good.
Look at LeBron numbers.
Yeah,
right now.
LeBron numbers still good too. Yeah. You got the most unstoppable shot in the NBA history, a sky hook. You can get that every time. Worthy was a superstar of his time. Okay, I agree, but like I said, it's hard for me to prove that. Like I agree that Worthy is a superstar, but it's hard for me to prove it because he didn't prove it because of circumstances. Cooper, who was Cooper? Oh, Michael Cooper. Was closer. Was closer than what? With superstar?
He's saying Michael Cooper is closer to Clay than Worthy.
What that mean, Mike?
As because he's saying that you kind of categorize as in James Worthy in that Klay Thompson kind of mold, as in being a sidekick, but he's real good and don't know if he's superstar. He's saying he would have went with Michael Cooper instead of James Worthy as in that role. I think that's what he's. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, Michael Day. So go ahead and comment if
you know what I do. You one better. I get through these comments, but at the same time, I put the number down there for y'all to
Yeah,
call in.
anybody want to call?
Chris Sharpless said Kyrie had plenty of opportunity, haven't proved it. And I listed him as a superstar. What y'all think? Y'all think Kyrie hasn't proved that he's a superstar?
I mean, name a basketball player in the NBA that can do what he do with the basketball. And to me,
Proved that he was the star. I think he proved it in Cleveland before LeBron. He was clearly the best player on that team. The team wasn't that great, but it was clear that he was different from everybody out there.
Hey Zo, remind him who took the last shot to beat the Warriors.
Yeah. I mean, you can't. I mean, for y'all, when did Kyrie prove it to y'all that he was a superstar?
Well, anytime that you go one and done and only play 9 games and you went very high in the draft.
Number one.
Yeah. oh yeah.
Be that dude.
All right, I got Mike on the phone. Mike, what's up, Bones?
Man, y'all just woke. Look, I wasn't even gonna call in for real. I was like, I'm not gonna just call in because if I call in every time I have an opinion, I'm gonna always call in. Sorry, talking about Kyrie.
What's up, Beast Mode?
This. I feel like y'all little late.
Oh, hold on, Mike. I'm sorry. My bad, Mike. Go ahead, Bones. Go ahead. I had to.
Kyrie Irving.
Right.
Is not a superstar.
Okay.
He didn't prove nothing. I mean, if you think he's a superstar, then Kevin Love was a superstar too. But realistically, some people are just good losers.
Wait. Let me. Wait. So Kyrie Irving is not a superstar. All right. So Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving is totally different. Kevin Love.
They're totally different types of players, but they're both really good losers.
All right. So there are superstars who wasn't able because of circumstances or maybe play style or opportunity wasn't able to win a championship.
Kevin Love or Kyrie Irving? I'm not sure.
I'm talking about Paul Pierce, right? Do you think Paul Pierce is a superstar?
I give you Paul Pierce being a superstar.
Okay.
I'm like on the back end of it.
Okay. So did you think he was a superstar before he won?
Yeah, on the back end of it.
Okay, so he didn't do anything more than what Kyrie did when he was with Boston. But I mean, he had Boston before KG and Ray Allen showed up. Paul Pierce was a failure.
Here's the thing about Paul Pierce, though. I fully believe that Boston would not have gotten as far or any further than they did without him. They would have did less without him.
I agree.
This is the difference between Kyrie and Paul Pierce because Boston did go very far without Kyrie.
Yeah, but you got to look into the circumstances of that.
I mean, yeah, it's hard to like just naturally say because it's always circumstances. Who knows? Kyrie might have got them even further than they got that year.
I agree, and
it's hard to.
And let me refresh your memory about that Boston situation with Kyrie. He shows up with Gordon Hayward, and they were supposed to be the guys, right? Brown and Tatum was so young, we didn't know when they was going to emerge. Rozier, we didn't even know if he was going to even get PT because he was a guy that barely got drafted, right? So, and then Marcus Smart was there. So here it is. Kyrie, before he went down with the injury. Now, first and foremost, the first game, Gordon Hayward was gone for the season. So now it's just Kyrie by himself and the Boston Celtics within, like right now, where we at right now, quarter way through the season. At that moment, Boston Celtics had close to the best record in the league. Kyrie Irving was in the MVP discussion. And was playing phenomenal basketball, and then he went down with an injury, right? So that's the first thing that happened, and then what happened from there is that Jaylen Brown and Tatum just figured it out and emerged, and the same thing with Terry Rozier, and they overachieved, and guess what happens? Gordon Hayward and Kyrie comes back the next season, and immediately goes into the starting lineup, and you looking at Terry Rozier, Tatum, and Brown like, hey man, we balled out in the playoffs. Went, I think 6 or 7 games against LeBron, and here comes Kyrie and Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward can still barely run, and he's in the starting lineup. It caused friction in the locker room, and that's what did them in. That's why they did worse.
That's 100% a fair statement.
Yeah. And that's why they did worse
Not
that
enough me
season.
back down from my point, but it's enough for me to understand where you coming from. I ain't never coming off of this. I'll come off of this like when he showed me something right with the Knicks, not the Knicks, the Nets. When he showed me something with the Nets, I'll come off of this. But at time being, either way, no matter what you say, if he is or isn't a superstar, it's all gonna be speculation from both ends.
Okay. Well, that means that
So like
that means
either way
that
go, we both have to add our own fair share of speculation to make our point.
I get you. So that means that the Brooklyn Nets are not a super team then.
I don't know yet. I've always said that though. That's been my thing. Last year I said it wasn't even gonna go as far as they did. I mean, I was one man down saying it, and I was wrong about it because I said they weren't gonna figure out some things they did figure out. Yeah. But I was one man down being wrong about them last season.
Yeah, let me get through
a
whole bunch of stuff.
Man, am I like breaking up or something?
Nah. Can go ahead? Can you hear Zoe?
I just heard him say what you say.
Yeah, what you said? No, I mean, what did you say about the Nets last year? What was your prediction on them last year, Bum?
That they was gonna ball out, they were gonna go to the playoffs. They were gonna ball out, but they were never gonna figure it out. When they got to the playoffs, they were gonna get destroyed. And that's because they weren't gonna figure out who was gonna be handling the ball. Mm-hmm. I said Kyrie and Harden was gonna fight over it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because both of them were going to try to be ball dominant, but Kyrie wasn't going to accept the role of being off guard, which he needed to. I mean, I was pretty wrong about that. So,
yeah. They did work it out, man. I wish they would have got off to the season this year with healthy Harden and vaccinated Kyrie or something like that. I wanted to see them together.
Would actually like to see what's going to happen. Like I kind of feel robbed of that of the past since last season. I feel kind of robbed of what would have actually happened.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel robbed that that Kyrie got hurt and Harden got hurt and I mean I wanted to see the Brooklyn Nets get to the finals, man, and that would have been, to me, that would have been better seeing Phoenix and Brooklyn go at it like that. Oh my God, because I think Paul Pierce, Chris Paul, and Devin Booker would have even lifted their play up even more.
Yeah,
right. Man, it would have been a showdown, man.
The names were there. It was all the big names.
Yeah.
They just don't have the time together with them three on the court, and it's like it's one thing or another. Is whether it's this or that or COVID this.
I'm gonna tell you what it's reminiscent of right now. It's reminiscent of the Lakers super team, the actual Lakers super team. Steve Nash and Dwight Howard and Kobe.
See, that wasn't a super team to me. Remember,
past prime.
They was past their prime.
Past prime, I give you that, but I really was just getting that to link to that, to say that. Not so much I really thought it was even a super team. I was kind of against that from the get go. Yeah. But it reminds me of that though, like never ever seeing what it would have been. Because Steve Nash and Kobe and Dwight played what.
Yeah, but come on, Steve Nash didn't have no business even still trying to even play with his old ass at that point.
I know how you feel about Steve Nash, Mark.
Come on, bro. Steve Nash, that was a waste of money,
Steve
bro.
Nash and I am on. You worked on Steve Nash, and I am on Westbrook.
Bro, nah, I don't know, because I be dogging on Westbrook too, bro. So,
man, that's funny, man.
I be dogging on Westbrook.
I wish somebody would come and steal Westbrook left and right arm.
Look. So man, when they first signed Westbrook, right? Now this is the thing, right? Oh, no, they didn't sign him; they traded for him, which is even stupider, right? So this is the Lakers' mistake. They just win a bubble ring, which don't count, right? They win a bubble ring, and Rondo, Danny Green, Dwight Howard, all high
JaVale
IQ,
McGee.
and JaVale McGee. Those are four guys that was high IQ, right? Defenders and championship pedigree on your squad. You get rid of that for Gasol and some and Wes Matthews and some other and Schroeder. And I told everybody, I said they are worse off making this move, right?
Montrezl Harrell, they didn't even let that do nothing.
Exactly.
Just one sixth man of the year.
Even we made a good decision. We did bad with it.
Right. So that was the first mistake. So once that didn't work, there was like, hey, let's go backwards. Let's go back and get no. Before the season was over, they realized, oh man, AD cannot stay healthy, being the biggest dude on the floor. Let's go get Drummond.
We only get one bubble.
Right. Let's go get Drummond and see if he can do for us what Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee did, right? And that didn't work. So then they started the offseason out pretty good. That was like, all right, let's go back and get Rondo. Let's go back and get Dwight, for what they did for us. Let's go get Carmelo. Let's go get Kendrick Nunn. Let's go get Trevor Ariza. I was like, oh, shoot, this might work. And then they made the trade for Westbrook.
And they're right down the shitter.
Oh, my God.
Right down the shitter.
Let me tell you.
Hey, that's a prime example of taking a step forward and 2 steps back.
Russell Westbrook is Smush Parker with a green light.
Now, you know what? Smush, you're right. He might be I was gonna say Robert Pack. I would at least give him Robert Pack. Smush Parker is a little, I don't know. Robert Pack is more like it. Randy Brown with the Bulls.
Athletic, yeah.
I done hated some Lakers before in my life, bro. I've been around. Like I was here when Dennis Rodman was there not doing nothing. Yeah. I done hated some Lakers in my life, bro. Smush Parker and Kwame Brown, I was there.
Yeah.
I was there. I done hated some Lakers in my life. Steve Nash collecting the check and not doing nothing. Gary Payton, Karl Malone, listen, kids. I was
bro,
there.
Adam Morrison, dog.
Adam Morrison with his mustache.
Yeah. Y'all was there. You was there for Chris Mims starting too.
Chris Mims starting.
Let me say this thing right here, and then I'm gonna clear the phone line and go through some of these comments. And then it was somebody else that just called from 336. I think it was Mike Day. You can call back too. But look, I want to say this and see what Zoe think. Right?
Okay.
I think I lost my thought just now.
He had so much build up for the point.
Oh no, I got it. So when you were saying Smush Parker and I said Randy Brown and Robert Pack and all that stuff, when you look at Westbrook's skill set and his best skill on the basketball court is running full speed at the rim. Right, that's like I get all my positive plays by taking off running like a track star out of the blocks and diving to the rim, and hoping that my athleticism either get a shot or I can go in out of control, but you still double and I can pass it to a shooter or something like that. That's his whole offense. He don't have no finesse to it, no touch, no mid range, no three, none of that. It's just run full speed at the rim. Now there was a place for guys like that in the 90s, and that was backup point guard. Robert Pack, Smush Parker, Randy Brown. They were all great athletes that can dunk, run fast, jump, but they used them and say, hey, look, you want to run fast and be disruptive, play great defense and get fast breaks. That's where you belong, right? They weren't your stars. Because you had to have a skill to shoot. You had to have some type of Sam Cassell to you, some mid-range. You had to be smart to run an offense and find your real superstars.
Of a real skill position.
Right. You had to have more skill in the 90s. Now you don't need that because they're opening up the paint. They're saying you can't touch these guys. And guys like Russell Westbrook can be an all-star.
I feel like Westbrook is proving to you that you do need more skills.
Yeah. Well.
You still need more than with.
But Westbrook would have never been an all-star in the 90s.
Okay, I get you.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, they would have roughed him up, bro.
Yeah, he would have come in there, running like.
I don't think them roughing him up would have bothered him, but I feel like he couldn't ran nobody else.
He would have got hit a lot though, Boney. Like he would have got hit a lot because it was allowed basically back the Jordan rules. Westbrook, you want to come in here running full speed like a chicken with your head.
Gotta earn it.
You gonna get it. He'll come back because that's just the type of
Hey, rent due, bro. Rent is due.
Westbrook is tough. We gonna see how tough he is. That's what they gonna say.
Yo, Bill Lambert with a straight hockey checked him. Like, what's up, little dude?
Sure.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, come
Man,
on,
it's a lot of comments. Hey, let me go ahead and clear this
I
up.
appreciate my time here.
All right, no doubt, man. Mike, call back. Hey, Mike, they call back because you got a ton of comments in here.
That boy got a novel in there.
He is. He don't like what we say about Westbrook.
No, that's why I got to hear him out, man. I got to hear him out. He usually
come on, man. Let's be real. The man averaged a trip dub for multiple seasons. Which
man,
is
I ain't trying to. I hate that. When that is the first argument what people do is say that damn triple double. I'm like, yo, you really ain't paying attention.
I said, you know what I said when they say that? Congratulations. that's all it means at this point. Like,
bruh, they just don't. But I'm saying like there's a point in time where stats and numbers actually do good, and then sometimes when they do harm when you really look at them joints. Because I'm like, yo, like if you averaging a triple double, but like 3/4 of that is in garbage time because you playing from behind. Like, come on, man, I ain't eating on that. Come on, stop.
It's nice to look at.
Who was that to call from that 9133 number? That might have been Chris.
Like, let's not do that. Like, come on.
All right, let's go ahead and go to what was that with the Kyrie thing though. So just like you said, Kyrie's getting invited back because Harden, you know, he you know, you could tell from the beginning of the season he wasn't his full speed 100% self. And that now they're resting him, and then now they put a bigger load on Kevin Durant, even though he could handle it. They don't want him to handle it for the whole season, right? So they was like, looks like we got to bring Kyrie back, right? So, which is a win for Kyrie to me because he stood on his ground. He didn't lie. He didn't do what Antonio Brown did. He didn't do what Aaron Rodgers did. He stood on his square.
Card, yeah.
Yeah, he did the most noble thing out of all the guys who was in the news about this whole thing, right? But he got the most flack from stupid guys like Stephen A. Smith. I don't understand it. However, him coming back to the Knicks, I got two questions for y'all. Does this help the Nets or hurt them with him playing only away games? And the second question is, do the Knicks look foolish for trying to take that hard stance at the beginning just to backtrack?
Go ahead, Mar.
I'm gonna answer the second question first because hell yeah, they look foolish. It's because y'all was talking all this junk, talking about well, if you ain't gonna get vaccinated, we just can't mess with you until you get vaccinated. Like if you make that stance from the jump, but now that shit has hit the fan and you don't want to lose that position in the East and drop too far, and then it might be too late to when you get all your pieces back together to climb back out. Yeah, Kyrie, man, you look so necessary. Oh yes, like come on now, it's the writing's all over the wall. You look foolish as hell. But my thing is like if you gonna stand on something, like you better be prepared to deal with things changing because in this COVID sports world, it's changing every second. And so, like what you say in the beginning, it's already built on a shaky foundation because it might change the next minute because of COVID. Yeah. And so, like you can't just start throwing stuff out there in the media and expect to stand on it. It's gonna change. So, like you just got to be like, you know what, Kyrie, you do what you do. We'll try to work with you. You know, everything can always change because we got that open relationship. We care about you. Like, stand by the homie. If he making that decision that he don't want to get vaccinated, you still could have used him for away games from the jump. So you put yourself in this position. They look stupid as hell, man. And what was the first question too, man? You didn't ask. That thing kind
of does him playing half the games, you know, because he can only do the away games. Is that going to help the Nets or hurt them?
Look, a Kyrie that plays for 23, 28 games is better than no games.
Facts.
So I mean,
so why they didn't just do that from the beginning?
That's Brooklyn's fault. It's not Kyrie. This ain't Kyrie's fault.
Yeah.
Kyrie said, all right, I'll play by your rules, Nets. I'll play by the state of New York mandate because of COVID. I'll play by it, but I'm not getting vaccinated. He said that.
Yeah. And it seemed like they kind of respected it, but it also seemed like they was acquiescing.
Well, they mad. They mad because he didn't get vaccinated. Let's call it what it is.
I don't even know if they mad. I think they felt like they had no choice but to stand with on one side against Kyrie with because they didn't want to look like they were supporting anti-vaxxers or something like that, right? Like they getting a bad name, so they had to go on with their hard stance. And you see everybody, that supported them making that hard stand. Oh, they did the right thing. You can't let some player be halfway in, halfway out. All these things they're saying. Brooklyn, they would, but between a rock and a hard place. And when the rubber meets the road, they cave. Just
Mel,
just
you
like
were a straight shooter. No, but hold on, Mel. You were a straight shooter. You know damn well all the Nets had to do was stand by that player that helps put the money in their bank account and be like, bro.
100%.
If you don't want to get vaccinated, cool. We'll take you when we can because we have that relationship. Because I'm gonna get my return on investment. I'm paying you.
Wait, do y'all remember what I said when this first happened?
That's what y'all remember.
What I said when this first happened is that Brooklyn should have stood on Kyrie's side and said, you know what? We're gonna play all our home games in Washington, in the Wizards arena, and they would have figured out how to split that money and say we're not even gonna bring the Brooklyn Nets to New York.
Hey, there's a Sprint Center in Kansas City, downtown Kansas City. No sports team, basketball team in the state of Missouri, in the city of Kansas City. That open arena is sitting there. They use it for maybe college games, maybe some high school games. But come on, somewhere it goes somewhere where my home game ain't getting affected by a mandate. Missouri's open. Florida open, all them other states. You right, man. It's not like the Nets could have just stayed there. Teams in Toronto had to move to like other states in United States because their borders was closed.
Right.
So if they can do that, come on, man.
That's what I would have did.
And I was just I'm looking over here at the comments first before I answer the question. Michael Day, he was driving home and said we were disrespecting Westbrook. So he's right. He's not Smush Parker. He's right though. He's right. He's not Smush Parker. But the point he was trying to he's better than Smush Parker. But I just wanted to see because I saw him say that y'all really think he's that Smush Parker.
Hey, Smush Parker would have been Russell Westbrook if he got played in the right time. Exactly. I'm messing.
But I think that, and I see. Let me see what this comment says. It said we're missing, and that's what it was. It was they had to pick a side. The NBA and the state of New York forced them to pick a side in the beginning.
Yeah.
But guess what? Right now in the East, between seeds 1 and 11 is 6-game difference. 6-game difference. At the end of the day, their goal, if they win, the money comes regardless.
I'm telling you, Kyrie could have already won you 6 games already.
Exactly.
I tell you that.
Yeah. So now it's like, okay, the East is close. It's competitive this year. It's a lot of good teams in the East. I mean, I do think that that certain teams are head and shoulders above the others, but everybody's competing. 6 games, we're a quarter of the season in. Let's try to expand that lead, even if it's just the away games. You have to do it. You have to do it. You have to get one of the best players in the league.
Boy, the Bulls on their ass, boy.
Bulls are on their behind. Look at the Cavs 2.5 games back. Bucks 3 games back. Heat 3.5. Like it's close. Close.
Look at the Wizards right there at 7. Imagine when you get rid of Russell Westbrook.
And when you win 2 games, you lose 2 games to the Nets because they load managing KD now. You lose 2 games, the Bulls are the number 1 seed. That could pay off down the line. It matters that much. So bringing Kyrie back was both. I mean, with the relax, and it is so weird that the timing of it because everybody's in the health and safety protocol right now, and now you bring back the unvaxxed player.
hey, bro. This reminds me of like when you had a little Cuddy buddy, right? And she was like, "Yo, I want something serious," and you like, "Nah, Shirley, I ain't even on that tip." And so she go try to kick it with another dude. They think he gonna be like the homie. Then she be like, "That dick whack." Hey, so hey, big head.
It's just gonna be. He stood his ground. I like that.
it is rough in the East, man. And look at Milwaukee. They started off a little bit slow, but
they
ever
picking up
since
steam, bro.
Holiday and Militant, I'm sorry, and Giannis have been on the floor together. They on some type of run. I think last time I checked, it's like what 10 in a row or something like that, or maybe 10 out of the last 12. They're on a run. So the Nets can't slip up.
They can't. They can't
slip up at all, man.
Why not bring back
pressure?
one of the best point guards in the league? Let's bring him back, even if it's only half of the games from now until the end of the season.
Hey, whatever you can get Kyrie is better than no Kyrie. And hey, y'all shouldn't have been quick to just jump on the political side. Like sometimes if you could change the game by standing your ground, especially NBA has been kind of so progressive with dealing with issues like that. It's like, yo, just let my man let him be. It's a choice. So it is what it is. And I don't. You pay all that money to PR firms, tell them to pipe down.
They said forget them politics now, man. We need to win. Come on back, Kyrie, man. It's just fun. It's just funny, man. It's just fun. And I need to hear from everyone who had that hard stance like Stephen A. Smith had and was coming down so hard on Kyrie, man. I need to hear from y'all. Like, how y'all feel now that
we're that energy, we're that same energy.
Yeah, please come save us. Please, Kyrie, please come back. We don't care if you vax anymore. Like, please come back, man. Just come back and save us, man. KD can't do it by himself for 82 games, man. Please come back. It's just hilarious, man. I'm glad Kyrie took that stance. I said, man, just wait it out. Just wait it out, man. Don't cave in. Don't cave in like Andrew Wiggins did. Just wait it out. Wait it out and see what happened. That's what he did, man. Stand on your square. Yeah.
And it worked.
It really did work, man.
It's funny because when that dropped, I was like, damn, Mel said that shit. I was like, damn, man. Go ahead in the private chat, man. Just drop some lottery numbers for your boy, man. Come on. Hook your boy up. I'm saying, come on, I'll slide you something. Don't even worry about it, dog.
Boy, you stupid, man.
Hey, bro, if you win and I win, so we all win, baby. Go ahead and slide some numbers. Go ahead. 5 in the Powerball, baby.
we already got a glimpse at the East. I'm gonna pull the West up real quick. It looked like the Warriors run away with it, but the Suns kind of found their footing. So they're gonna be battling for that all season. Utah gonna be right behind them too, man. But I take your eyes down to number 7 and 8, and number 9 and number 10. Right, let's go from 7 to 10, man. You see the Lakers. 8 Anthony Davis out for 4 to 6 weeks. The Lakers still not playing well, and they could be in 10th place or below by the time Anthony Davis come back, man. What do y'all see? How y'all think this is gonna pan out? Remember, they got the Suns tonight. They're not gonna win that one.
Yeah,
playing them tough. I just checked the score that they playing them tough, but I mean down the stretch we'll see how that goes.
Nah, Phoenix playing with them boys right now, man. Stop the foolishness. They playing with them, man. No, look.
You know what's funny though about this? It looks like we have the top 3 contenders. I'm guessing the Nuggets will probably weasel their way back up to that 4th spot. And everybody else is kind of like, I don't know. It's a race for those final 4 spots. I think the Clippers will come around. A lot of that has to do with Kawhi's health. We talking about long term, but the Lakers, they got to start winning some games to even be in the play-in. And it's scary.
Bro, they ain't gonna win a play-in tournament game. They ain't playing. They ain't even winning that. Once Luka gets healthy, I mean, you know what they gonna ride on him. Come on, you got Big Cat in Minnesota. Dame starting to come out that slump.
Yeah,
come on, those are 3 teams that'll just burn them. Come on, this.
Well, I don't know about the Mavs, man. You got too much faith in Luka, but since you mentioned Dallas and Luka, we got Corey on the line. What's up, Corey?
Core.
going on, fella?
C3.
What's up, man? What's
How
up,
about
man?
them how about them Cowboys, huh?
You want we gonna switch to football shortly. You're a little premature.
Man, I want to talk about these Cowboys winning the East.
I know you do.
Hey,
Corey, don't do that. Corey, don't do that. Like saying you won the East is like saying you hit the chick that the whole football team did hit, bro.
Don't even start that because you can start that
That's easy
like
money.
3 or 4 years ago. You start that like 3 or 4 years ago, but the East gonna have 2, maybe 3 teams in the playoffs, just like the West. So now what?
The West was a who?
What?
What'd you say? Hold on, what'd you say, Corey? You said the East what?
Cowboys may have the East may have 3 teams in the playoffs.
What? Are you serious? Corey, wait, Corey. Let
think so?
Corey, let us get there, man. Hey, let us
You don't think so?
Hold on, Corey, give us a second, man.
Check the records.
Corey,
Check the records.
please don't go nowhere.
Corey,
Wait till we get there. Wait till we get there, man. So, you know what? Bump it. Let's
do it. We got to start now.
We'll get there, man. Where the East teams coming from?
First of all, hold on. Y'all sitting over there laughing, but you obviously haven't looked at the playoff records.
Oh.
I mean, the playoff standings right now.
Okay.
Because Dallas and Philadelphia are already in it. Washington went out with it. Washington went out tonight with the loss. Right?
Okay.
So if Washington gonna lose Sunday anyway to Dallas, but if they win them last 2 them last 2 games, the Eagles are in there. Eagles gonna be in that third wild card spot at least. If the Eagles and the Cowboys, Eagles and Washington both win games, and Minnesota keep losing the way that they losing, then we good.
Philly not. I don't think Philly go get in there.
Philly just smoked Washington tonight.
They did, man. Which is another thing we got to talk about, man, because we've been talking about why people been hating on Jalen Hurts so bad, and it's Philly fans that's hating on him.
They never wanted Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, man, they not gonna get that kid no chance, and he played ball tonight again.
He did.
But
he played ball every week.
But can you see the screen, Corey?
I cannot. Hold on, but I can get on it real fast.
Okay, Okay, you got a point about that Vikings. Vikings might end up being an Iron Man out, right? But how do you get 3 teams from the East in there?
You go put Philly and Washington in there. One of them is gone regardless. The other one they're gonna need a little luck. They are. I
can't see it. So you see
they don't need a little luck.
You see it?
Yeah, no, it's because that wild card in the hunt picture right now is absolutely ridiculous. To put it in perspective, sorry, Falcons are in that hunt too, and so are the Saints, who put up an impressive win this weekend.
That wasn't impressive. That was not impressive. That was the regular. All right,
you got a point. You got a point with that.
The Saints.
It's a regular them winning.
Buccaneers.
I'll give you that, Lamar. It's a regular them winning, but not shutting out Tom Brady for the first time in 15 years. That's impressive.
That was an impressive game. A shutout, 9-0.
Yeah,
that was impressive. The defense was it was a virtuoso. It was a virtuoso, but I got to give it to him. I got to give it. That was a wonderful game, and since we own that game, Tom Brady.
Let me backtrack that comment. It was impressive to shut out, but I'm just saying that was expected on my thinking. So I mean,
I expected him to win because the Saints just got Tom Brady's number.
Yeah, he does, and look.
No, not just that.
I got a clip for y'all. I want y'all to listen to this.
Yeah,
and we'll talk about it, man, because there's some things that happened on the field in the middle of the game after he threw that last pick. And
I already know this is going.
I want to talk about this double standard we have with the type of emotion
we've
that Tom Brady shows.
This is nothing new.
Hold on.
Talked about this.
Let me go to it and play the clip.
Go ahead.
This is Shannon Sharp's take on what he saw on the field from some of the people, what they call the GOAT. Let's see what Shannon said about it.
Oh boy, you always on this cat.
But I'm a firm believer I'll never subscribe to, because you've garnered a certain level of success, be it fame, fortune, whatever the case may be. you have the right, or you can say and do whatever you want to someone. I don't believe that. I don't believe because you got $7 billion, you should be a jerk to people. I believe everybody deserves a certain level of respect, regardless of what someone else has accomplished. Because Tom Brady has 7 Super Bowls, it doesn't give him a right to act the way that he does. And for him to go to the opposing team sideline and yell at the head coach, tell him to go, you know what himself, is unacceptable. If he real about that, that's what he should have showed Cam Jordan. When Cam Jordan said him, he should have got him and said, Cam, you know what, do that. That's what he should have told Davenport. Why you telling the coach that ain't got no helmet and pads on to bust you up? Did you see him getting on the receivers last night? Come on, guy, catch the ball. Come on, just get it.
No, say Sharp.
Hey, do it for you, dog. Do it for you, dog.
I ain't even laughing because everything he said is true.
It's true, and
I've been saying that for years, though.
And if you didn't see it, he was on the sideline throwing iPads, breaking them, screaming on players, screaming at the referee in the referee's ear, like
screaming at
the,
screaming at his head coach. He's screaming at everybody.
I'm like, and people think that junk is those type of tantrums is cute. Like
I saw him. It was a 4th and 1.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Arians told him, "Don't run the ball no more." You can say as soon as he had ran the ball, he had done something. He had took off running, and Bruce Arians got mad, and he threw a deep pass on 4th and 1 for incompletion, and just pouted off to the sideline. Didn't go to the coach, nothing, and just went over there on the bench and just sat there by himself. I'm talking about hot. And when players do that any other player in the NFL does that is a problem. That is a temper tantrum. That is just uncalled for behavior. But for Tom Brady, it's passion.
Why?
He has a passion because Tom Brady you got Tom Brady rules. This whole league is based around Tom Brady. The NFL will make Tom Brady. He will go to the Super Bowl. I don't give a damn if he throws 3 picks in every single game in the playoffs. The Buccaneers are going to the Super Bowl. Because the NFL want him to. Tom Brady, it's just like Tom Brady played himself out the MVP race. Yes, Sunday night.
He was never. Yeah, you're right.
Bullshit.
You're right. They still gonna give it to him.
Yes. You can say he was never in my ass. It's Tom Brady. He was in it as soon as the season said go. Week 1.
Hey, but you know what? They've been trying to do that in the NBA too. They've been trying to give it to Luka every year for the last 2 years, but he keep eating his way out of the MVP race.
Yeah, hey,
Luka
either be an MVP or go eat bowls of ice cream.
Luka looked like he smoked Newports and Budweiser during lunch. Or I don't know what he's doing, man. That dude's built like a Twinkie. I don't know what's going on with that man.
He eating that Dallas food, dog.
Man, listen to me. And the food here is lovely. Don't get it wrong, but they got healthy places to go eat too.
Hey, Cass said Aaron Rodgers had the worst performance week 1 against the Saints, but it was week 1 though, Cass. He ain't had no bad performance like that since.
What do you mean, Cass? He had a bad performance week 1 because he showed up like 3 days before the game.
He wasn't even there. So
yeah, facts. Plus, if you vote at the end of the season for MVP, which bad performance is gonna be fresh on your mind, week 1 or this one from yesterday?
Especially they don't remember week 1 because they sitting at the 1 seed.
Yeah, that's true. and look, and they done lost only 3 games, which is a league best, and one of those games Aaron Rodgers wasn't even there for.
True.
Crazy.
Very true.
Crazy.
A-Rod, listen to me. There's no way that this season you can't give the MVP to A-Rod unless your name is Tom Brady.
And look, and so he got 1 target that people are afraid of.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he is doing this with us and Devontae Adams. That's what he does.
I'm almost to the point now to where I truly believe that I don't even think another weapon would even fit in. Like they would get rid of him. Like it would be a waste of time.
Maybe not, because they doubled the game plan was to double Adams everywhere last game. And he just went to other players.
You better double his ass when he over on the bench too. You need to have two of the opposite team players sitting by him on the bench.
So look, but check this out though. So one target that everyone is afraid of, Aaron Rodgers is 11-3 with numbers slightly less than what Brady got. But remember, he also missed a game, so he should be behind Brady now.
Brady lost one of his weapons. His weapons gone.
But most of the season, Brady has had 3
a lot of weapons
that everyone is afraid of is receiving targets, right? Sometimes 4. Right, and we've seen what happens when he don't have none of them. We seen it last game. He looks like a pedestrian quarterback, average quarterback.
Well,
like Matt Ryan last night.
It's nothing different. We know this.
The end. He's not the GOAT. He's not the MVP.
I don't know about that. You can sit over there and wish all you want to. He is the GOAT, and he will be the MVP.
He's the best winner in history, just like Bill Russell is the best winner.
He got 7 Super Bowl rings.
He's the best winner. He's not the best player I've seen. He's not even the best quarterback I've seen.
He became the GOAT last year when he won in Tampa Bay.
Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, and Joe Montana are all better quarterbacks than Tom Brady.
I'm not mad at that. Not at all. Steve Young is a better quarterback than Tom Brady.
So when you go to NBA and you find out who the best player is better than Jordan, can you find one? No. That's what a real GOAT is. You can't tell me it's 3 or 4 players better than you and then say you the GOAT. No, you're just the best winner.
When the game on the line, who you gonna put in?
Brady.
Nah.
Tom in. And that's he has his place in history. Trust me, he has his place in history as one of the greats. But Brady has been coddled, especially the latter part of this career, and I just can't buy it.
That ain't even the word for it. He's a baby back bitch.
Baby back bitch, baby back bitch, baby back bitch.
Oh man, Cass said Tom Brady is the GOAT. In crunch time situation, there's no quarterback I'd rather have. I agree, Cass. That don't make him the GOAT though. I mean, it just don't.
Guess what? Robert Horry hits a lot of shots.
That's not an excuse. But the answer to your riddle is that the Saints are not in the playoff race and Green Bay is number 1, and they are number 1 because of Aaron Rodgers. That's why he will be the MVP.
Yeah, he should be the MVP.
He should be.
No. Jonathan Taylor should be the MVP.
Well, yes, he has a valid argument.
Jonathan Taylor should be the MVP, and I think I just seen a stat tonight that Cooper Kupp has had 11 straight games going over 90 yards.
Yeah, he did some stuff tonight.
That is a record.
So I also saw a stat that showed that Cooper Kupp has like 78 more targets than any other wide receiver in the NFL too.
Sure,
so, and that's including Devontae Adams. So
sure.
What does that tell you?
That tells you that I trust him, and I'm gonna keep throwing to him because you can't stop it.
The whole playbook is around Cooper Kupp.
Sure,
but I've said that for years too.
Yeah, but if the whole playbook is surrounded around you and people can't stop it, that's telling me something. The dude is good.
Well, I mean, of course.
I got him number 2. I got him number 2 in the MVP race. The dude about to break all types of records. Jonathan Taylor is also probably going to break some records. And A-Rod is my number 3. Brady is number 4 for me in the MVP race.
So you might as well cancel Christmas and put Tom Brady as the MVP.
I agree.
And then your offensive MVP will be an interesting race.
You might be right. You might be right.
It'll be an interesting race. It's a 3-man race.
Which I don't want it to go down like that, man. I want him to get it right this year.
I hope so.
I want him to get it right this year, man.
If they do, I will applaud the NFL, but I don't see it happening, Mill.
No,
I'm sorry.
I see the writing is on the wall. What's the Bucks remaining schedule? Let me look at it real quick before I say that.
It's not.
No, they got Carolina, Jets, and then Carolina again.
Yeah.
Okay,
so it's something crazy.
No, but I'm saying it looks favorable, but let's not sleep on Carolina's defense. They still bomb like that.
Yeah, they can give him problems.
Yeah, they can give him problems, especially if we already know Chris Godwin's out, so he's out for the rest of the season. You don't know the status of the hamstring.
The Jets don't win the Jets don't win unless you 5 games over 500.
Yeah, they beat all the good
teams. Ass up.
Yeah, but I'm saying like Fournette has a hamstring. That's problematic for a running back. A hamstring for a wide receiver and Mike Evans is problematic. Like you don't know what weapons Brady gonna have to work with. So he's gonna probably look pedestrian again. Don't sleep on this Panthers defense. They're gonna get after that boy's ass.
Panthers might mess around and beat them at least one of those games because if they study the blueprint on what Saints just did with Taysom Hill, you know,
they blitzed the shit out of Brady.
They did. That little old man tried to get out that pocket one time, man, and coughed that ball up. He tried to get out of that pocket, man. I'm like, man, that ain't no daggone goat, man. Cass said
44 years old.
Hey, Cass said Herm Edwards said it best. You play to win the game. The man got 7 chips. I agree, Cass.
To win the game.
That still don't make him the GOAT. Like the chips don't make him the GOAT. The GOAT is the greatest player of all time. And you can't be the greatest player of all time if there's several people at your position better than you.
That do
same thing.
That's according to you.
Wait. Same thing with Bill Russell in NBA. He has 11 chips, right? He's not the GOAT because I got Wilt, Kareem, and maybe Shaq at his own position better than him. You cannot be the greatest. Like if somebody came down and said, "Hey, look, I'm new to Earth and I like this sport basketball. Who's your greatest player?" I'm not going to say, "Hey, man, this Bill Russell guy. This the best." Like he's mastered the game of basketball. No, forget Jordan. Bill Russell got 11 chips. He's mastered it. This is the best we have on Earth. No, I'm not going to say that, and I'm not going to say about Tom either. I'm going to say, hey, there's a guy named Dion that played 2 sports and was amazing at both. There's a guy named Jerry Rice, and there's a quarterback named Joe Montana. Those are the guys I'm going to go to, not Tom Brady.
Don't say Jerry Rice and Joe Montana.
Man,
that's
you crazy.
Cheating.
You crazy. Jerry Rice is a better football player than Tom Brady, and so is Deion Sanders, and so is Jim Brown, and so is LT.
It's to you.
Why is Tom Brady's the GOAT? Because of
because of them championships, man. Come on, Zoe. You know that.
I mean, I get it. I do. I understand it, but I'm
A-Rod.
A-Rod.
Hey, man, yes. I mean, A-Rod is probably the best quarterback. I mean, to be honestly, probably the best quarterback I've ever seen.
Yeah. Thrower of the football. I don't even know if Joe Montana throws the ball like Aaron Rodgers, man. Just watching this dude, it's unfair.
Hey, low key, I would probably go Dan Marino.
Do a horrendous football, but it got to the right place. Peyton Manning threw a horribly ugly football, but it got to the right place though. Yeah. I don't think he threw a spiral, but twice in his NFL career.
Boy, you stupid, man. Peyton Manning is one of the GOATs.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, he's one of them. Tom Brady's one of them as well, but he's not the GOAT. So, all right, let's go to this. Patriots and Colts. Man, was that not a masterpiece? Oh,
it was beautiful.
I picked the Colts. Anybody pick the Colts other than me?
I just want the Patriots to win, so I was gonna pick the Colts anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a Patriots fan, so.
No, what it is that the Colts have a defense that takes the ball away from you. I mean, you can move the ball on them, but you got to be able to, keep your momentum going, because if they get a turnover on you, it's a wrap. Darius Leonard is a monster on defense. He's the energy guy, and they get after it. I mean, don't forget DeForest Buckner. He's underrated. I don't know why he gets pressure like on damn near every play. You got to double him. I mean, it's like where do you want to go on offense? You got decent receivers. Pittman's coming into his own. He's all right. He's getting better. He'll definitely get a one-on-one ball for sure. A jump ball that's his more times than not. You're waiting for the tight ends to come around, but Jonathan Taylor, bro. I mean, you knew he was getting the ball.
Oh my gosh,
it was crazy, and he still made a play happen. in the clutch. Now, mind you, when he had the head-to-head matchup with the Bucks, he was average throughout
but hold on,
the
man. That was because Frank Wright was trying to get too cute, and he was trying to put the ball in Carson's arms.
No, I agree. But when they needed a score,
he balled out.
They went to JT, and he drove right down there and got a touchdown. Just so happened that they couldn't stop the Bucks from, Tom Brady had that lucky pass that, crossed the field and the old boy ran it back.
Golly, man.
I swear Tom Brady got a horseshoe and it's stuck in his ass.
But he's
been having it stuck in his ass for 20 years.
He couldn't move the ball the whole second half, and then he throws that pass at the end, and somehow he just outruns everybody on the field and score. I don't even know how that happened, but pretty much what JT did was exactly what he did against New England.
Yeah,
he went down there and he got the game-winning touchdown.
But he hit a home run for that game win against New England, boy.
Yeah, he did, and he slowed down because he didn't know whether he wanted to run more clock off, and I think somebody told him to now keep running, and the dude still couldn't catch him.
No, that's a 10-300 man though. You know what I'm saying? Like that dude is fast.
Yeah,
exceptionally fast.
Yeah,
like world class speed.
Yeah.
Hey, but did you see the cut he did in the hole to dodge two Patriots?
Yeah.
And that's Dante Hightower that don't really miss tackles like that.
Yeah.
There's only two people in the NFL that make cuts and holes like that, and it's Jonathan Taylor and Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, he's big. It's like,
bro, that was some LaDainian Tomlinson shit, bro.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was tough, man. But yeah, he my MVP, man.
Mine too.
And I don't have a problem with that being your MVP at all. Jonathan Taylor's had a hell of a football season.
Man,
they're not gonna give it to him, and that's gonna be upset though. But I mean, it shouldn't make me upset. But I know they're not gonna give it to him. I just know they're gonna give it to a quarterback.
Yeah, and that's so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I can tell you what quarterback is going to.
So you think they go hand wrap him the MVP and
the MVP was already over week 1 when the season said go.
So they go wrap him the MVP and give him the yellow brick road all the way to the Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
I don't think they gonna give him both.
What?
I don't think they gonna give him both.
What? Come on, man. Here's the kicker, though. Here's the kicker. They're gonna have to travel this year. They're not gonna be the 1 seed. That's impossible because it's just a tiebreaker thing. Because of their divisional record, all their losses have come in their division.
Mm-hmm.
So the number 1 seed is out. So and then if you knock Green Bay off, right? If you knock Green Bay off, that puts Dallas as the number 1 seed. So you can't do that, right? So they're gonna have to ride from that 3 seed. And what does that do? That puts either the Rams or whoever that second. That would put.
How does this change now that Philly just won and this
Philly took the wild card spot from Washington.
Yeah. They switched spots.
Yeah, Philly takes the wild card spot from Washington, and Dallas wins the division. So Dallas has already won the division.
So Mike said Tom Brady gets the MVP and loses in a big game in the NFC finale. Are you saying he would lose against who? Cowboys or Aaron Rodgers, or the Rams? I think the money might be in a rematch with Mahomes. In the Super Bowl.
That's definitely the money. If they can, first and foremost, the Chiefs look like they're the Chiefs again, and if they continue to look that way,
man, listen, everything look like it's got to go through that frozen tundra zone, and that's ugly.
That's tough. It's tough. You're right, boy. It's tough up there.
Hey, Corey, you almost let him finish his thought.
I'm not really worried about you because you've done it like 4 times since I've been on the phone. But anyway,
you almost let him finish. But anyway, go ahead, Zoe. What did you say?
Ugly.
It's gonna be tough for them to Green Bay first round bye. Everything going through Green Bay is gonna be tough. Everything going through Green Bay is gonna be tough, man.
Okay, so Mike Day said NFC Championship, Green Bay, Tampa. Wasn't that the same thing last year? But
yes.
Okay, and but this time A-Rod gets it, and then Mike Day, who you think will meet Green Bay in the Super Bowl?
Probably.
You better. I tell you whose game is set to make a run for the Super Bowl, and I mean 100%. The Indianapolis Colts.
Man, that is
tough.
man.
When you can run the ball and play defense, that travels.
When you can
take it anywhere.
You can run the ball. When you can run the ball in the cold and play good D.
That's true.
Let me tell you.
Whoa.
That's true. Yeah, Mike. Yeah. So Mike, they say it'll be the Chiefs against Green Bay, and if that's the case, Mike, this is what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid that they trying to give some type of redemption for Pat Mahomes, and it's gonna be one of those games where Aaron Rodgers and Green Bay looks like the Panthers did against Peyton Manning in that Super Bowl.
Well, we finally I can see it going this way because this is 2 years in a row in the regular season that we got robbed of seeing Mahomes versus Rodgers. Because last year Mahomes was out with the knee injury. This year, A-Rod's out with COVID. And so, I mean, what better stage didn't do it on the Super Bowl to finally get your State Farm Bowl? I mean, yeah, boy, State Farm gonna make a lot of money that night, boy.
Oh yes, yeah.
Man, yeah. How much of this y'all think is fixed?
I think.
Yeah.
I think it's all flex. That like they see what's going on. I think a portion of it is like, okay,
bro, they need that storyline. They need that money, dog.
We benefit from this. How much can we? We already know you're gonna benefit from a Brady Mahomes rematch. You know that you're gonna benefit. Aaron Rodgers, the story that he had with the COVID and stuff. I don't know if they're ready to crown him yet, but he just plays the position so well. I think, just like you said, Mel, I think that the only way that you can overcome them trying to dictate the pace and back and forth of the game is play exceptional. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only way you can do it, and he's been doing that. So when you got exceptional quarterback play, even the penalties here and there or the calls that may not go your way, it's going to be overcome by just playing the game as well as he's been playing it. So I think that, just like Marge said, that discount double check bowl might be all right.
It's got a lot of money behind it. Yeah. State Farm have 38 commercials.
I've only seen a couple of teams outplay the storyline that the league wanted. And one of those teams is in the NBA. I seen the Spurs, and I actually seen in the Warriors because that Cleveland, the last time the Warriors beat Cleveland, I think they wanted it to be a little closer than that because they swept them the year before, I think. And the last time the Warriors played Cleveland, they wanted to be a little bit close, but the Warriors just couldn't miss. And the game that the Cleveland Cavaliers did win when it was down 2-0 was a game that they gave about 30 free throws to Cleveland in the first quarter, right? It was obviously fixed. That's the time when it was obviously fixed, right? But they couldn't stop it. It was like, man, there's no way for us to help Cleveland out but without being obvious, right? So they just had to let that gentleman sweep go, right?
The only way to outplay a storyline in the NFL is run the ball and play good defense.
Yeah, but you can always get a holding call. I mean, it's tough, man. It's really hard. It's really hard. If they want you, they go get what they want, man. And the only thing you can do is kind of weather the storm. Of course, they want so sometimes they want it to just be entertaining. We got this in a big spot, prime time spot. It's supposed to be a big game. We're going to control the game enough for the game to be close and a nail biter and have everybody on the edge of their seats, right? And then
ain't whatchamacallit coming back for the playoffs though?
Who?
Derrick Henry.
Supposedly, I don't know if he is though.
Does that makes Tennessee a whole lot different?
Okay, explain.
Bro,
what's up,
they've been losing some games where their running game has been kind of stagnant, and Ryan Tannehill can't carry the team, right?
Right.
But you place Derrick Henry, the leading, it's still the 5th leading rusher in the NFL, and he's been out for 6 weeks.
Right.
You put him back in the lineup, and that all of a sudden makes them really, really, really tough again. Because they can run the ball. They can do that.
Right.
They run the ball. That's probably the only team that runs the ball better than Indianapolis.
Right.
And you can line up 8, 9 people in the box, right? And then they always got the curveballs with their wide receivers.
Okay.
I think that makes them a viable team out of AFC too. And teams struggle against them when they run the ball like that. They can beat any of those teams in that lineup. I mean, them versus the Colts. That would be the ugliest game in America because it would look like that Patriots game where they only threw the ball 3 times.
Man, I would love. Go ahead. My bad.
That's what it would look like, though.
I would love to see a Colts Titans playoff game with them 2 running backs, but I don't think Henry go come back, man. They talking.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think he go come back, man. They said he broke his foot, bro.
Yeah, he got a broken bone in his foot.
Yeah, he ain't coming.
Yeah, that ain't nothing to play with being that size, bro. That ain't nothing to play with.
That's a 250-pound dude on that foot.
Yeah, and then Mike Day said the same thing, man. You got that big dude that's been working out his whole life, and now he got to stay off that foot. What type of shape he gonna be in for a playoff game?
That's true. I mean, I agree. Like he can ride all the bikes he wants to. Like it ain't nothing like game shape.
Yeah. But it's interesting though. So look at this thing in the NFC. The Rams moved to 10-4, right? So you got
they just tied for the division lead with the Cardinals.
And who got the tiebreaker? Rams beat them. They got to play one more time, right?
No, they already played twice.
Yeah, they done.
It'll go by the score, and I can't remember.
It'll go by conference wins.
They split it, right?
Yeah, it'll go by conference wins.
They split it.
Okay, and then the other 10-14 Rams beat the Bucks, right?
They have the same. It's a tie because they have the same divisional record as well.
It's gonna be interesting.
But the Cardinals are in a bad slump, man. They don't look good at all.
Mike Day saying he think all of it is rigged. As much as possible. I don't think they can make it too obvious. I think they try to control it as much as they can without making it obvious. But I think it's ways around them, and I think the players kind of know that, man. They know that, man.
Yeah, man.
The ref, we got to play against the refs today. You hear that all the time, man. We had to play against.
There's a YouTube video with a former NFL player. He says that it's not really as rigged, but there are players that get favorable calls. He said It's hard to play against people. He said it's hard to play against Tom Brady.
Yeah,
because you're not gonna get nothing.
I believe it. Yeah, man. But this is a hard one to figure out, man. We don't know what the Bills gonna do. The Bills drop out. Yeah, they drop all the way to dang on.
Hell, the Chiefs could lose to Pittsburgh this weekend. There's a lot of cats hitting the COVID list right now.
Yeah, I sure hope they do lose, man. I mean,
listen, if the Chiefs lose, that would throw the whole AFC in a frenzy.
I'm just talking about for fantasy football purposes, because Jay got all the Chiefs on his squad, man.
And look, Tyreek's on that list. Travis Kelce's on that list. So
praise God. I need all that. I need that. Yes, praise him.
I mean,
yes, praise him.
The AFC race is getting interesting because the Chiefs are good, but if you all sick, I mean, it's hard to play when you sick.
Hey, and I'm talking about it's the same thing that happened to the Rams that happened to the Browns is happening to the Chiefs right now. It just at that point in time that it's their turn to start eating that COVID shit, and like that, man, it could change these standings real quick, man.
Is the COVID shit on purpose?
I don't know, man.
What you mean?
You think these players you think these players ain't really sick?
Oh, I doubt it, man. I don't know. I
don't. Why not? It always hit a certain team.
I tell you what.
Heavy.
I tell you what. Them Browns, that daggone Mullins look better than Baker Mayfield on that field. I gotta be honest.
I knew you was gonna do that. How did I know he was gonna do that? I knew he was gonna do that. He was sitting on that.
Bound to shit on Brady and bound to shit on Baker Mayfield. He's gonna shit on both of them today.
Hold on, I got another caller, man. What's up, caller? Who's this? Oh, hold on.
Football player.
Hey, who this calling from Greensboro?
Michael Day.
Mike Day, what's up, brother?
What's up, man?
Ain't nothing, man. What's up? What's your thoughts on the topic?
Right now, y'all on one of my favorite topics of the league and most professional sports being rigged.
All right, let's go.
Let's just look back at some of the biggest games over the past years.
All right.
And let's just think about it. All right. The Patriots were on the way to winning an undefeated season. Not to take away anything from the defense that the Giants played that night, but let's look at some of the calls in the game. One of the biggest plays in the game was the play made by Eli Manning. Right. Now, if anybody had been watching football the majority of that season, that play would have been called dead when he was in the grasp of the defender. But it was let go.
Right. You talking about the one where he got tangled up, almost sacked, and then he threw it was the helmet catch on that play?
Yep.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Now, they can't control whether or not the pass would have been completed or not, but they can control the whistles. They can control the flags.
Right.
All right. This season has been like one of the most blatant seasons as far as games being controlled by the refs. All you have to do is pay attention to when they call certain penalties against certain teams.
Third down and long, they seem to get a lot of flags.
I'm trying to tell you.
Third and long against the Raiders against the Cowboys. How many pass
terrible
calls?
Terrible
Five
calls.
pass interference calls.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Who did the Falcons play when they recovered 3 onside in a row and they tried to take them all away from them?
Hold on, which game was that?
That was against the Cowboys.
Was it against the Cowboys or the Saints? It was one of those 2 games. Yes, they recovered 3 in a row. They tried to take them all away.
Yeah.
Wow. I ain't even see that one.
You know what I'm saying? I watched bits and pieces of the Tom Brady versus Saints last night. It didn't look good. I mean, just honestly, from a football purist perspective, it didn't really look good. Tom Brady he's not gonna get shut out, bro. But whose record was he about to break last night?
Was it? No, he already broke Bree's record. Which record?
What did he break it, or were they tied?
It depends on he already got the touchdown record, right?
No. I'm talking about the most games without being shut out.
Oh, he was about to hit 100. Right. I think. Yeah. Okay.
You're right.
Okay. Let's look at the Ravens game from the other night. In no time that I can remember, a team at home, no less. Now, maybe on the road they go for 2. Maybe on the road they go for 2 and don't play for overtime. But a team at home always kicks the extra point.
Yeah.
The Ravens went for 2, and this is how I know it was rigged. Mr. Troy Aikman,
that was the worst play call ever.
And not to mention, they called the tight end who were they throwing to, called him and talked to him, and then they still threw to that guy. If I was a football player, I know they're going to that guy. I know they're going to that guy. Why would the coach call the tight end to talk to the quarterback during the timeout at this point of the game?
Hey, but look, but Mike, with in that case, I think that was just, I don't know if that had anything to do with being rigged. I think that was just dumb on Harbaugh's part, and I don't understand why he made that decision.
And that was the point I was about to make, because you know who was announcing that game? Troy Aikman. And he is hard on most dumb calls in football.
And he hard on black quarterbacks too.
Very hard on black quarterbacks. But you notice he didn't really say much about them going for 2 at the end of the game.
No, he didn't.
Nope, he didn't say much. And then he said, I do not understand why they would roll out and take away half of the field.
There you go. That's as far as he went.
That is the exact same thing that I was like, no, when he took off. And my brother was like, why would you do that? You're taking away half the field. And that's exactly what Troy Aikman said. He was like, hey, this is not a smart call. You're taking away half the field. And that's all he said about it.
Okay, let's back up to the Seahawks-Patriots game. This is when it started getting real obvious for me. The Seahawks-Patriots Super Bowl. Marshawn Lynch, he scores that touchdown. He'd have been MVP of that game. If anybody remember his stats in the game that he had, they had no choice but to give him MVP. If they turn around, hand him the ball, and he scores that touchdown.
Right. I agree.
But who was one of the biggest stories leading up? I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who makes that call though? Who says let's pass it from the 1 yard line? Who makes that call?
The league.
No, you think there's no way a head coach would take that direction from the league.
Hey, NFL got their own Illuminati, dog.
You don't think so?
Keep your job.
No, I think internally they wanted Russell Wilson to be the hero, and just like you said, they didn't want the hero to be beast mode.
I agree partially, but I also understand that is a big boys club.
Yeah,
they have dirt on everybody, and they pick and choose when to bring it out.
Who was that corner? Who's the corner to pick the pass off?
Mr. Never Heard of Again.
Butler.
he knew that. He knew that slant was coming.
Come on. All right, so Pete Carroll hands the ball off to Marshawn Lynch. I just predict that Pete Carroll probably would have had a scandal in the next coming season or two, and he'd probably be out of the league right now.
This is what I think, and it's interesting. I don't know if anybody could find Beast Mode or interview him talking about it or whatever, but a lot of these decisions be made based on if they got incentives in their contract, and they was like, hey, hey, look, we ain't about to pay him an extra $500,000 for this milestone, right? So let's let somebody else get that.
With that being said, that's just another form of rigging the game. Because if you got your best player, regardless of what his incentive is, the object is to win the game, correct?
It's supposed to be.
But if you're picking and choosing, I'm not gonna let player X get these receptions because he might get this money, you're kind of rigging the game, right?
Indirectly. But I think they think they can get it done. They do it so much that I think they can get it done and save money at the same time, man. I seen Stephon Marbury having incentives in his contract, and the Knicks just benched him. Like we're not gonna play him.
Right. And that's potentially putting your team in position to lose. That's rigging to me.
Yeah, you can say that.
Because if we playing for free, I don't care what's going on. The best dude gonna get the ball. Period.
Yeah.
Cass said they was trying to catch the Patriots slipping. Everybody and their mama knew that they was handing it off to Marshawn.
Except for Mr. Butler.
Everybody except Butler.
They were trying to catch the Patriots slip, and everybody knew it. Everybody thought Marshawn was gonna get the ball, but that corner.
Exactly, which don't make no sense. Like, what made that corner say they're gonna pass it from the 1 yard line?
Man, that dude knew that. He knew that
level. I personally never played on that level. I played semi-pro almost 20 years, bro. And I played defensive back most of it. Man, you just don't, those type of plays, you've done major film work or you know it's coming. And a lot of the times, I didn't do no film work when I was making my plays. I knew it was coming because I was one of the guys standing on the sideline listening to the plays. And then, I went back to the huddle and used to tell it. If my motto used to be when I was playing, if you're not cheating, you ain't trying.
Right. True. I'm with you.
I mean, okay, and y'all made me forget about another. Okay, it was a few weeks ago, and I noticed this because I did the fantasy football thing. It was two weekends this season in NFL where none of the games came out as predicted.
Yeah,
but if you look at the line,
I remember that.
If you look at the lines in Vegas, the bookies got off.
So let me ask you this then, in your opinion, right? What we watch with NBA, NFL, is the number one goal entertainment, money, or putting the best product on the floor?
It's always money. It's always money.
So money is number one.
Money always comes first.
Okay.
Then I would say, in my personal opinion, entertainment comes next.
Okay.
And then putting the best product on the floor.
I would say entertainment was first because it's got to be entertaining in order for you to make money.
Not necessarily.
No, not necessarily.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because what they're doing now is they're using the analysts and the storylines and the narratives that get perpetrated on ESPN 24 hours a day. You hear all these talking heads telling you Kyrie, Zion, Kawhi, load management, all this stuff is getting pushed. Politics, you got kneeling, you got police brutality, you got Black Lives Matter. Like, this is bringing so much
vaccination
attention.
status.
Yeah, vaccinate so much attention from people who never played the sport. Like the people who played the sport and is watching it for a whole different reason why other people might be watching it. They're bringing them in as well. The nerds, the Trekkies, the Star Wars people that don't watch basketball, they got a reason to watch now.
Wouldn't that be because of the entertainment value though?
No, it's not. That's the play on the court would be what the entertainment, the dunking and all that stuff. That's entertainment. No, they're bringing a whole different audience in. Who
I think the storylines are the entertainment.
It's the drama. So is drama and entertainment the same?
Hell yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, I agree then. But all right. But it's still about still about money.
This is how they used to play it off on us for a long time. Oh, certain players don't want to play in certain small markets because X, Y, Z,
and it'd be false.
But exactly, because nowadays with the amount of money they make and the amount of access they have with social media and all of that, you can play anywhere and still do the same things you could if you lived in New York or LA.
Exactly.
But the same big market teams still end up in their positions.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And they know which teams bring the most generate the most money as well. So if you happen to be the Charlotte Hornets or somebody like that, you know, hey, look, man, it ain't no need for you to have that superstar over there, man, because you ain't gonna be able to capitalize on them anyway. So go ahead and send them to LA or New York. Let them go.
I mean, because and one of the funniest things about that is the Knicks organization must have pissed somebody off really, really bad. Because they will not get them boys a chip for nothing. And that's one of the that's the mecca of basketball.
Man, they curse and they don't like Dolan. They're not gonna.
That's your reason why.
Yeah, they don't like Dolan.
There you go.
They're not gonna get him no winning product. I mean, and I felt bad for Melo because he went there with Amari, and the Heat had that super team, and they just wasn't gonna let him get past the Heat at all. I mean, it was. It didn't matter how good that squad was, they wasn't gonna get past the Heat. It was just crazy, man. But appreciate the call, man. We go end the show. We coming up on 2 hours.
The same thing, bro. It's good talking to y'all. Y'all just hit one of my favorite talking points, and I had to jump in on this one because I couldn't type it so fast.
Hey, Mike, every Tuesday, man, come back.
All right, I'm here.
All right, bro.
Hey, yep. He got. I don't disagree with him.
Yeah, he had all that in his head too. He had all that in his head. All in his head, man. But,
yeah, I thought, that we were in Guam, Melvin, when that happened at the with the Patriots and the Seahawks.
Yeah,
I went to the bathroom because I knew that the game was over.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
I did, and the whole, and I was at the Horse and Cow, and that whole place went crazy. And I ran out there like, what happened? And they were like, Russell Wilson threw a pick. He threw a pick from the 1 yard line.
Crazy.
He didn't get a ball to Marshawn Lynch. And they was like, no,
crazy.
He threw a slant. Like, what? Yeah, man.
It was just crazy, man. But dang, what else we missed from week 15, man? Lions got their win. I don't even want to talk about the Lions.
The Cowboys, man.
Oh man, we gotta talk about the Cowboys.
Let them have his time, man.
I'm not going to talk about them long. The only thing that I'm going to say is that the Cowboys defense is playing exceptional football. That's it.
I hate them. Hey, we them boys though, man. I'm on the bandwagon this year, so you know, man, I can't say nothing. I mean, them boys 10-4, man. Come on now, like get them boys their credit, man.
You gave 6 wins at the beginning of the season.
That's a daggone lie. I said 8 wins at the least, and I said I think they can get 11.
You went back and recounted because at your very first time you gave them 6.
That's a lie and a half. That's a lie from hell.
Lie and a half, my ass. Go on and pull up your damn receipts.
A lie don't care who tell it.
In the 8. I talked you in the 8.
A lie don't care who tell it. No, you.
I talked you in the 8.
No, I changed from 8 to 11 because I had them losing to the Panthers and a couple other squads, and you was like, they can beat them. And I was like, let me look again. I was like, you right. Those are games that can go both ways. I said I give them 11 if at the best, 8 at the worst. I did. and that might still come true. They might get 11 and that's it.
Nah, I'm gonna get more than 11. Now, the only game.
What I was wrong about was the Raiders. That's what I was wrong about.
Remember, I said I was wrong about I wasn't really wrong because I had no comment about the Cowboys defense, but I did say I was a Dan Quinn fan.
Cass said Corey trying to get me back for that Rams prediction. the worst take in sports.
Hey, but you know what? You can say what you want to say, Cass, but that San Francisco thing don't look so dumb no more. Do it.
Hey man, but the Rams one do.
I'm telling you, hey, Matthew Stafford has shut me up. He has stayed healthy. He is upright. He is doing well.
Pull the plug on that one.
He is doing well. I'm happy for him. Happy for him. I'm happy for him.
Oh man,
I'm happy for him.
Hold on. Let's see what Cass said. No, Mel, you wasn't wrong. The Raiders organization failed us. Yeah, but Lamar was saying, I don't know what's going to happen, but something's going to happen.
It happens every year, dog. Yeah, Raiders do Raider things every year. It has to. And look, they wait until next year until they fire Mac Mayock in the middle of the season. I'm telling you, they're gonna let him last or something. But it's always something.
He should have been gone when Gruden left.
Yep.
Yeah.
He should have been gone. Should have been gone. Marshawn averaged 4.3 yards per carry.
The thing about Mayock is that he has stayed. He's kind of a victim right now because Gruden was talking to him on a lot of them emails.
Mm-hmm. He was, bro.
Man, this is crazy, man. Hey, so back-to-back first round picks count for something.
Okay. Well, yeah, back-to-back first round picks and one of them in jail.
But I forgot about him, man. I feel bad for him.
Well, excuse me, he ain't in jail. He on house arrest.
Well, I mean,
he got a good lawyer, dog. He got a good lawyer.
At least he didn't get the 110 years like that CDL driver.
Man, ain't that crazy?
Yeah, real crazy.
And that dude lost his brakes.
Yeah.
Brooks was going 156. He couldn't hit the brakes fast enough.
With alcohol in his system.
Yes.
So this is what I say before we end it. And we only gonna stay on this real quick. And I'm gonna tell you why I don't want to talk about it too much because it's a rumor. And then plus, I don't like to talk about my North Carolinian like that, man. But what's going on with this open relationship thing that they keep talking about Steph and his wife supposed to be having, man? Right. What's going on with marriages, period? Megan Good, she getting divorced for her husband. Who else filed for divorce against their wife? All this week. You got open marriages, you got Dale Curry and Sonya gone. Megan Good and the pastor, he filed for divorce. Somebody else filed for divorce. Who else filed for divorce? Like dudes are leaving.
I only heard about Megan Good and the pastor.
It was one last week. Somebody filed. Oh, who was it, man?
I know what's called filed for divorce too. They've been married for like 20-some years. David Ortiz and his wife.
That's crazy.
27 years? Man. Damn, that's a long time.
Yeah,
that's a long time to finally figure out that I got tired of your ass.
I don't like.
Yeah. Yeah, but
it took me 27 years to figure out. I don't like you.
I hope that junk ain't true with Steph though, man. That makes
that's
no
weird,
sense, bro.
That's crazy.
But it was also weird for her to say she would like to have some attention as well. Like, she pretty much said, I'm jealous of my husband for all the attention he gets, and I wish I could get some attention. Why?
Bro.
Why, man?
Why can't
listen, man?
Y'all ain't gotta be for the streets. Come on now.
She wanted to be for the street so bad, man. Sierra twerking again. I'm like, golly.
Bro.
No, serious. Like they having malfunctions, man. Like Jada done she done messed something up in the system, man. Jada was a malfunction, and now everything is just out of whack.
Glitches
man.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Glitches everywhere, dog.
Like Sierra and Russell was supposed to be in couples goals, and now she out there twerking again. I know Future probably was looking at her like, oh, okay, you back out there, okay, got you. Back out. Oh no, it was Jalen Rose that's fouled. Him
and Molly Karam. Yeah, he fouled.
But the room is that's that is because of Stephen A.
Well, I don't think that was true, man.
Man, why not? Because you don't like Stephen A?
No, because Stephen A and Jalen work together and they supposed to be homies. So if you doing some stuff like that,
what does that mean?
That's shady as hell, bro.
You ain't never heard you never heard of somebody homie sticking somebody old lady?
Oh no, of course. I mean, I'm just saying, but like,
okay,
like that be some real. I don't think Stephen A would want that.
He's just a blind ball that would do something like that anyway. So
probably so. But I'm saying he don't want that smoke with Jalen. Jalen throw hands on that dude, man.
Yeah, ain't no way.
Yeah. I mean, that's why he won't. That's why Jalen ain't gonna never be on this show no more.
So let's point out.
He got tired of Molly's voice.
Hey, look. Let's point out the obvious. Let's point out the obvious real quick, because what we do know is Jalen said that. Why he filed was her decision to move to Connecticut for ESPN. That's what ESPN is based out of, right? So they had a marriage where they was living in separate houses because I got to further on my career. I can't choose marriage and my husband over my career. So even though our relationship is going to be strained because I'm leaving, you can either come with me and follow me, which a man ain't gonna really do, right? Or file for divorce, right? So I think that's what happened with that. And then when you look at Megan Good, once she married that pastor husband, she was all in on the church. They got this book coming out on, on how to wait. I don't know how you wait for marriage for sex when you already done got digged down by 50 Cent and Nick Cannon and everybody else. Like you can't make the pastor wait when you done daggone let Tyrone and Pookie just smash the smithereens, right? Like Pookie smashed the smithereens, and now you make the pastor wait, and and make God wait. Like I don't understand. I don't understand that, right? So they write the book called The Wait for the Used Goods, right? And then so she noticed she wasn't doing a lot of roles because most of Megan Good roles. And you got to show some titties on these movies. Like we putting you in here not because your acting skills are phenomenal, it's because we want to see that tailbone. So being married to the pastor, she was probably turning roles down. Like I can't show titties and butt and I can't have these sex scenes and all that stuff. And at some point, once that
you think the money got short?
No, I think her desire to be her own woman and the reason why she stopped doing it was for him. In any marriage, after 9 years, in any marriage, that honeymoon phase wears off, and then you start thinking, I'm really turning down movie roles for this dude that I'm mad at right now. And you stop doing it all of a sudden. Now she's saying, hey, look, I got this movie I'm gonna take. My agent just called me about it. And here's the pastor, like, hey man, you gonna make me look bad in front of my church. I'm looking at this movie script and it say you get naked. Like, no, you can't. So she got to the point where like, look, I'm gonna do my thing anyway. And I think that's probably why he filed. Then it's 9 years and this dude ain't even got no kids. First time being married, and she can't even give him no kids, probably because, hey, I can't show up and get no movie roles pregnant. So here it is, they married 9 years, no kids, right? So that at some point he had to let that go. But it's a whole crazy thing, man. A lot of celebrity divorces are ways to keep money in the house. There's a loophole that I recently read about that saves them a whole lot in taxes, I believe. I will be back with the information. Okay. All right, bet. Yeah. But yeah, The Wait. Go get that book, The Wait. Wait for sex, even though I didn't wait since I was 16. I've been giving the cookies up for 15 years, but now that I met this pastor, now let's wait. Nah, bro, it don't work like that.
What the hell I look like waiting shit? Like, come on, the whole squad in here. What? I gotta wait.
I can Google your body count.
Stop it.
No, seriously, I can Google your body count. You know what I mean? And what do you mean wait? You mean to hurry up? I ain't waiting.
Hey, at this point, I thought I was gonna get it before I got your name.
and he don't even get no kids out of the deal, man.
Damn, bro. Damn.
This dude didn't get no kids out of the deal. So I'm really, there's no difference between me and the other 20 dudes you got before me. There's no difference. We all got the cookies. The only difference is I paid the ultimate price and made you a wife. You didn't require them to make you a wife. They got the cookies just based on attraction. But I had to put a whole ring on it and make a whole commitment just to get the same thing they got, and I got no kids out of the deal.
Damn.
Life's crazy, ain't it?
Hey, Kevin Samuels said the best. Like, you can't be out here trying to take all the cookies back. Like, you've been giving them cookies up the whole time. Why the hell you think I'm here? You better give up the cookies.
Man, this junk is a whole scam out here, boy. I feel bad for anybody out there singing in them, in them streets, man, because they building them different now. They building them different, man.
Get cold.
It's a cold world.
Jalen didn't get no kids either.
Nope.
She chose her whole ESPN career over him. Oh, man.
Yeah, but he worked with ESPN too.
Which is even more crazy, because if he can do it and not be in Connecticut, why can't she?
And he works with Stephen A. on an NBA show, but she works with Stephen A. every Friday.
Stephen A. in Connecticut. That's why she went.
Man, stop. Man, stop.
That's right.
Dang it, Jada. Jada wins again, man. God.
Don't do that, dog.
Jada wins again, boy. I'm gonna go read that book, The Wait.
Come on, man.
You don't want that book?
Hey, hell no, because it's gonna make me angry. Because what the hell are you talking about waiting? Like, come on, man. What they say about doorknob, everybody got a turn. So now all of a sudden you lock, like your door, like you. Stop playing.
But I've heard that before, where a girl will for the right man that has the qualities that she won't long term.
Man, that's called a relapse, dog. That's called a relapse, dog.
Yeah, Jada do got a cult follower, man. Yeah, Lee.
I mean,
they purging simps. This is crazy. All right, man. Let's end this live, man. We 12 minutes over, man. Hey, IW, and we appreciate you, bro, coming through, Lamar, man. Come through next Tuesday if you can. So, Corey not coming to work no more. So, I don't know when we're gonna get him back. But
oh my God,
yeah.
Hey, he over there celebrating 10-4.
Yeah.
Shout out to South Oak Cliff High School, first inner city Dallas school to win a state championship since integration.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
That's dope. Yep. That's really dope. I want to say that was Oliver's high school, Deshaun. I got to check. I think that was a high school he went to, man. Yeah, but
yeah, man.
Yeah,
they a nasty football squad, boy.
Yeah, and so is Green Bay, but that's neither here nor there. Hey man, So Godspeed to everybody, man. Check out the Sports Cave, man, which is our sponsor. Also, let's just hope that Kansas City players don't play this next game. I need that for my fantasy football purposes.
Stop with the salt right now, dog.
Bro, I really need this paper. During this new year, I'm about to win 3 leagues. I was losing tonight and Kuba Cup came and saved me. So I'm alive in 3 leagues still, and currently I'm about to get that championship belt from IW from the Pick'ems League. So I'm about to win 4 leagues this year. 4.
Hey, so I just did the calculation during the show. You managed to take your 1-game lead to 3 games.
Oh, praise God. Praise God, man.
I'm gone, man. Y'all have a good night.
Hey, Corey, man. Hey, Corey, man. Corey would not give me credit for doing or saying anything correctly about football. Not at all.
I give you credit.
He think just because
you say the most generic shit and think you just that was run the ball and play good defense. Well, no shit. That's every game.
No, I was specific. I named specific players. All right, Mike. We'll see you next Tuesday then. But I named specific players. I said I need to see this from him. Yeah. So hey, there we go, man. Come on, man. You gotta give me a little bit of credit, man. I know I'm a basketball guy. I just
gave it to you. Congratulations, you got it.
Thank you. I mean, because the proof is in the pudding, man. How can I win
No,
serious questions. How can I win? How can I go undefeated? Well, I lost 1 game last year in fantasy, so I lost 1 game all season, and then I'm doing it again this year in 3 leagues and a pick'em league. I gotta know something.
Your fantasy picks it luck of the draw. Because my fantasy team, I didn't think it was no damn way I was going to get beat. And then everybody on my damn list has either got COVID or on injured reserve.
I'm doing something right for 4 straight leagues.
He said Corey's fantasy is going just like his Rams prediction.
You right.
Hey Lamar, you want to see Corey's you want to see the league?
Bruh, I can only imagine what them standards is looking like.
Bro.
I mean, I'm like in next to last.
Man, Corey looking like a whole loaf of booty bread.
It's terrible.
Hey, no worries, Corey. I'm in the fantasy league. I'm like 3rd to last, bro. It happens, man. It happens, bro.
It ain't supposed to happen every year, though.
It's every year.
Last year I was in the finals.
Oh no, you wasn't in no fun. Not a man down league.
What?
Not a man downs league.
What?
No, I played Butch in the finals.
Oh, maybe it was the year before that. You might be right. Oh yeah. 2019.
It sure enough was. It was the year before that. Yep. You did get to the finals. Like I thought I almost sent you the money. I thought you was gonna win that one.
I did too.
Yeah, for sure.
I did too.
Cass said he sent Zoe home this week. Yeah, it's been real interesting watching the losers bracket because the consolation prize doesn't exist, but it was good that you sent Zoe home because it was revenge for me because he gave me a loss early in the season. So I appreciate you doing that for me, Cass. But yeah.
I'm out of here, man. This nigga's so full of shit.
80. Man, you so man.
All right, man. Look, we out of here, man. Check us out on Spotify, man. And definitely go and subscribe on YouTube if you haven't already done it. And then definitely let everybody know, man, the best sports podcast out there on YouTube is Man Down. And then show some love to IOW as well. They are 1B to 1A.
Hey, I'll take it. Come on over to IOW.
Yeah. So hey, if y'all want to discuss some sports with people that is not going to give you the same stuff that you might hear from Stephen A or Shannon or Nick Wright. I mean, it's real talk. And then we get into real life situations as well, man. It's just real conversation, man. I even listen to my own podcast. I mean, I go back and listen to it because it's some things that y'all be saying that I catch. I'm like, dang, man, you can ask my son, man. We get in the car phone. I throw that junk on, or I might be listening to IOW and he'd be like, who's that? I'll be like, oh, they're my boys right there. So hey, man, help us out. Give us a sub and let everybody tell us about it.
Lakers down 13 and LeBron been acting like his ankle messed up. So,
oh man,
really quick.
Let me get off and watch this game, man. All right, fellas, out. Peace.
All right.